Welcome back to another episode of the Other Team Podcast. I'm grinning through my teeth because Zach looks like, I don't even know, he looks like a dork like that. That was too funny. I am Jacob Handy alongside Terrence Scott, Zachary Handy.
Oh, that's the money calling.
The money calling. As always, this podcast is brought to you by Thrive Fantasy. Come prop up with Thrive today. If you follow us, there has we've been mentioning a little bit of a special offer they're doing up until tip off tonight. So if we're able to get this out tonight, you listen right away, you can even still get this deal. But up until tip off tonight, a user can receive an instant match up to $500 on their next deposit. They must reach out via email or DM prior to making the deposit. Make sure to mention the other team, all one word. The match is subject to 4 times rollover, and half of the deposit must be used on NBA contests. So it's basically get money in there, spend it on hoops. And make more money and flip it.
Basically, take your ass to Thrive, deposit some money, make some money, win. Stop asking all these goddamn questions and just go make some money.
And just remember, though, you have to DM Thrive if you want this match of up to $500 and mention the Other Team Podcast is where you heard it. One hand washes the other, my guy. With that being said,
hurry up and thrive, people.
Zach, do you have any new members to the... I don't know. You're not really a loser this week. We'll call you the Winners Club.
We don't have any new pops to the family. But
Did we rotate?
We rotated. We got some
rotation. Well, who rotated in?
Grogu. Okay, so we got the little baby Black Panther right where my thumb is. That's like it's technically called a Dorbs or something like that.
Wannabe pop.
But it's like a pop. It's cool. And then we brought out your former Christmas presents. So we got Invisible Girl up there that you got for Brenda last year, right? That was last year's Christmas, I believe.
Yep, it was.
And then my Hannibal Lecter down there is also your
Incredibles, right?
No, Invisible Girl is Fantastic Four. And then we're gonna have Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. Super fire Christmas gift as well. Thank you, Jason.
I ate his liver with a side of fava beans.
Terrence, that's some good movie right there. Whoo! Gotta get on that right there.
Never seen.
And then obviously the hoops.
It's a great movie.
I had a feeling that's why I said it. I could see it in his face.
No,
I've never seen Silence of the Lambs.
Do you still hear the lambs, Clarice? Do you still hear the lambs?
It's a horror movie, right?
It is.
Yeah, like
have we not went over this?
But it's like that's some iconic shit.
And it's also like it's not like a slasher. It's like a murder,
a thriller,
mystery thriller.
It sounds like you guys are sheep.
Yeah. Oh man, it's fantastic. That's some top tier shit.
You know what you sound like?
I'm a hater, Jake. Yes.
You sound like
Terrence is like, I know what I sound like.
You just already tell it's weak before even looking at it, and it's just like that's just limiting.
I judge a book by its cover. Are you saying that? I just admitted it.
No, that's the problem. It's like you judge it, and then you're like, okay, I've judged that this is perceived great, so I'm going to just say it's trash without watching it.
Man.
I know you guys, and if you think it's great, shit's ass. So
that's cool. Terrence is gonna call it ass. He's secretly gonna watch it, and then he'll come and be like, "By the way,
Anthony
Hopkins was spectacular."
Your recommendation of the boys, top tier.
I got one.
Boy, oh boy.
The voice is
that
lit.
show. I can't even watch that show back to back because it's like, man, ooh, that was turd.
It's a
let
ride.
that was settle.
Gotta let your heart come down.
So obviously it's the hoops episode. That's why we're here today. So we got Brow and Michael Jordan in there. Like how could you not have them on set today? And then the child is down there. Shout out to the
what an ending! I don't know. Did everybody hear
season 2 of the Mandalorian? Yeah, Terrence also has Jordan's twin at his
Terrence, did you watch season finale of Mandalorian?
Hell yeah, that's some good content, man. I don't know Star Wars, so I was watching like that. Gotta be old boy. That's old boy.
And it was.
Man.
Oh, it was exactly. It was.
Man,
I went to Google and I was like, that is old boy.
And they just with the young Mark Hamill CGI.
Zach, damn, that is definitely not Annie. That is definitely Annie's son.
Oh,
and we just spoiled. Yeah. I hope everybody's watching. It's been
out
for like,
This isn't a Star Wars Mandalorian podcast. I'll spoil whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, that's like shout out. Hey, guess what? Hey, guess what, everybody? You're gonna see Pedro Pascal's face when he says goodbye to him too, you idiots, if you haven't seen it yet.
That was dope.
This is a hoops podcast. We can just.
I almost cried. I was like, "Whoa, this is."
So
powerful.
that's Luke, right?
It was powerful.
Luke.
It's Luke,
Okay.
yeah.
Green
and
Saber.
that they
Like,
did.
I'm just
like
confused
the,
on the timeline
Yeah,
because I thought it was in that
It's-
timeline. I thought it was in.
It's
the old
in.
timeline.
It's in the timeline of episodes 4, 5, 6, like that
Yes.
era ish.
Right.
I believe probably in between 3 and 4 is what it looks like.
Yeah, I think they're because.
But I thought it was in like the era of like 1, 2, 3, in like
No.
earlier.
No, because Ahsoka is grown up now. So during 1, 2, 3 is when she's a little one in the TV show, and she's
Okay.
like Obi and Annie train her, which is why she's so fucking badass.
Yeah, she's badass.
That makes sense.
Can't wait for that series to pop.
What
up.
is season 2? That was fantastic. So obviously the child's still up here. Made the cut. I believe that's the crew today. You know,
The
there's
child
Lily
gets
Yoda
murked.
over
Are
there.
you taking him off set?
No, I would never. He's not.
Take
I
him off
can't wait to
set
see full circle. I can't wait to see full circle.
Yeah, I
of
think we're gonna.
what
I
happens
think
with
it's gonna
Grogu.
be a very
great.
long time before we see him again. I think season 3 is about to be like a full different mission story. Like.
Oh, it's gonna be all missions.
Well,
I think it's gonna be all about Mandalore.
Mandalore. Exactly. It's all
Yeah.
gonna be about because he got that
Because
dark
he's got
saber now.
that saber. Yeah, exactly.
And
So he's the one that.
Bo-Katan can't take it from him because they're homies, and she's like, "Well, I don't want to fucking off you for it. It's the only way you can."
I think
take
she's
it.
gonna turn though. She's thirsty for
Nah,
powers.
it's got to
Her
get
whole
weird
life's
there.
mission has been that saber. She's
It
gonna
could get weird towards the end of that, yeah. But
in
that's
the,
gonna be
in,
like
the, in the
story
words of
next
Peter
one.
Griffin, double cross, double cross. Yeah, that's such a good episode of Family Guy. Shit's too funny.
So with
But
that,
yeah,
being
I think
said,
Bo-Katan's coming with the double cross.
in Zach's Christmas presents that I had once given him in the background, this is our holiday hoops episode. Terrence is a Grinch. He should have been in all green. He kind of got some green on right there. He kind of.
I know something that's universally dope. Christmas that I know Terrence likes. I know for a fact he likes that. The commercial from back in the day with all the hoops and it's like Durant, Nash, Braun, and
They
do
made the
Jingle
song.
Bells, and
Absolutely.
That's true. That's true.
Absolutely.
I'm
That was a
100 I know he
fantastic
likes it.
commercial.
That's
That's
the best
true.
commercial.
Hell yeah.
That shit was so fire.
I just
and they
wish
had
it,
the Christmas.
I wonder, is
shirts
it
back
real?
then.
I always wonder, was it real?
Nah,
Is that
nah,
one
hell
take? Well, obviously not one take, but like,
Now,
Damn,
if
that
you
would've
watch
been hard
it,
to
I
do.
feel like if you watch it, the balls are going out of camera, camera frame, and then
No,
they're just
no, no.
popping in.
they probably weren't even all
Oh.
in the same spot at the same time. So what am I talking about?
No, they weren't. No, they. What they do is they just have each player like shoot the different at each hoop from the angle, and then they just clip it together. Come on.
Right,
Mhm.
with the sound effects.
Come on.
That's right.
Come on.
Way to kill my dream, though. Fuck you.
Zach,
Anyways,
what's your like
fantastic.
favorite? I'll keep it sports related for you. What's your like favorite Christmas hoops moment?
You know what always comes to my mind when people talk about this, and this is so like this shouldn't be what comes to my mind when I think of Christmas hoops.
What?
Jody Meeks clapping for 30. Every time it's the first thing that comes to my mind. Like, why did he go off that year? I don't know
Jody
why.
has cups, dude.
He
That man
went
could score.
stupid that year.
Snapped.
Snapped
score.
that Christmas for why? Thank God I didn't bet at the time. I would have been probably
Yeah.
like poor on the street or something because like everyone bet against Lakers that day, and Jody was like, "Actually, I
Negative.
have this secret juice from Space Jam, and I'm gonna just go."
Whoa.
Stuff.
Jody had cups, dude. Jody could score.
Jody didn't have Christmas Day
Multiple
35
50
cups. Like that
balls
was
at
nuts.
Kentucky. And he could score. I think he had a 50-point game in the NBA, didn't he?
Um,
I could be wrong. I feel like he might have, though.
But yeah,
I don't
no,
think
Jody
Jody
was
got
cool.
it.
He was a cool hooper. I did like him. But that's always I don't know why that comes to my mind when I think of Christmas hoop. It should be something different. But I always think of that. I don't know.
I think of when I was younger, when I was a youngster, but not too.
42
young.
is his career
in the
high.
back there, Jacob. Get it out of there.
You know what I'm saying? When my
Career high, though,
brothers-
42 for Mr. Meeks.
Yeah, no fifty
Respectable.
bombs.
Very
But
respectable.
that's very respectable. I just think of like Melo on the Knicks having to play at 9 a.m. on like a shitty Knicks team. That's what I always do.
That's like 12, though.
I'm like, it's like I'm getting up in the morning. You know, we got a niece, Zach, so she's like doing her thing, and me, you, and our brother-in-laws are like, okay, well, where's the fucking game at? Put that on and let her just tear this place to shreds. You know, because she got all the gifts, being like 5 or however old she
Background
was.
noise.
Right, and I'm like, pour me up a drink. I'm going mimosas in the morning, and throw me on some hoops. And I always just used to think like, I'm like, cool. Melo's got that 9 o'clock window. Knicks are always the first game. They're probably gonna lose, and Melo's gonna be dope. Like that's just kind of what I always thought of. And then nowadays, like Melo's obviously gone and doing way cool things in Portland. Now I'm like, oh, dope. Clippers are playing lately. Probably the Lakers. Probably gonna win. So it's always a good time. But I mean, now it doesn't really mean anything until they were able to hoist the Larry O. But I did typically used to think of just Melo getting after it bright and freaking early.
Mhm.
Like
I used to love the Lob City teams on Christmas too. They were good. Those were good games. They'd get with the Warriors and
Thunder.
I think it's funny you mentioned
Blazers
the Knicks
one year.
'cause it's the same as the Clippers. Like the Knicks was the early game that was background music, and the Clippers game was the late game. Now everybody was too drunk and sleepy to watch, so it was background music as well.
Dubs Warriors got that prime time 5 o'clock because obviously we all wanted to watch that shit. And then the late game,
Dubs type shit or Cavs Dubs. You said Dubs Warriors. That is the same
What I
team.
remember iconically from Christmas was I want to say didn't Doug Christie and Rick Fox fight on Christmas? I'm pretty sure that was on
if that
Christmas.
is
Is that a Christmas
poll.
Day fade?
I think that might have been a Christmas Day fade. Regardless,
for sure ended up on the naughty list.
that just alludes to my point of that whole series is what I loved because that was my favorite team growing up was the Kings.
Right.
Lakers, and that was like a championship game. It was always 1 versus 2 best teams in the league playing against each other, and we'll beat them in Christmas. But then that's because that'd be the only fair game of the season when the rest didn't give a fuck, and then they would cheat us when it mattered. Don't get me started, but hey, man, when they let us play normal basketball, you see what happens.
You know
The
what's
Kings team was
crazy too
nice.
is it's like, did you really need to cheat for Kobe and Shaq? Like, I feel like they could have just handled it
No.
themselves.
They did that series. They
had
had,
to that
them
one-
boys on
Right.
the rope.
I know.
Who had
They
them
had
on
them
the
on, but
ropes?
it's like, damn.
Also, with all that being said, if Lottie does not fucking bat the ball back like
Tip
an
a
idiot
dime.
and
A
he's
dimer.
Right in the
idiot,
shooting pocket.
He just does what a traditional NBA center does and rebounds the basketball. They win that series. But shout out to Ori though, dude. At the same time, though, that shit you still got to knock that.
He
down.
shot Bob.
Even
You
with
still
all
gotta
the
knock it
help.
down.
Yeah, even with all the help, you still had to make that shot. That was amazing.
In a big moment. Meet your moment.
Heat
do wanna look that up
Spurs
real
during
quick,
that
though.
Heatles time when those teams would be on Christmas type stuff, and now then the Warriors transition to that. It's always been cool. I always like that stuff.
Warriors Cavs
And,
was always great Christmas. You know what I want them to bring back too? Remember the Christmas uniform?
No, I'm lying. That was in
Yeah,
preseason.
different uniforms every year.
But no, remember
That
the
happened
ones
in
they
preseason.
had God, that one year, and it was like one solid color, and then the writing, they had them on 2K and they were so good. The
I know exactly
writing
what you're talking
was
about.
kind of like
Christmassy,
festive, you know what I'm saying?
Font and the lettering.
Mhm. And it was just like one solid color for every team. Like the
It was a
Cavs had, like,
Cavs
that
Warriors
maroon.
year.
Yes,
Mhm,
yes,
mhm, mhm.
yes.
Clippers had
I-
red, I believe. We were red with
No, I
those.
think we were blue. We were blue. We were blue.
The light blue? Like
We
a
were
lighter
like
blue then?
Clipper blue. Like
Oh, Clipper blue?
we were like this blue. We were blue.
Okay.
I'm like almost positive we were blue. I super feel like we were blue
Okay.
because I feel
That
like
was a preseason game though. Just
I
to
feel
clarify.
like they played a team that had like reddish or like they might have played the Thunder
We
that
played
year or
Blazers that
something.
year. Played Blazers that year, and they had red.
Oh, see, they could have had all red if it was that year.
That's cool.
So we went blue. Well, then, Terrence, any other Christmas comes to mind? Since
I do. We all support Christmas uniforms, right?
100%.
I did not like those sleeves ones.
Oh, the
ones
sleeve
that run
ones
at
were
the
trash.
rip.
I feel you.
All sleeve
like,
jerseys are ass. Get out of here with that.
100%.
idea-
I've always
Not a
said
sleeve
this.
guy.
The idea of having a special Christmas jerseys, set of
Oh
uniforms,
hell yeah,
we all
that's
support that,
super
right?
cool. Yeah, that's super cool.
Okay.
I
They've
like
gotten
that,
away
like,
from
with
it,
all
right?
They
They
never
haven't
sold
been
for
doing it.
anything though. Like, because I used to work at Lids and we sold all the Christmas trees. Holy shit, those didn't sell ever. Those things ended up going like BOGO and then like wildly on sale and still wouldn't sell.
Wow. If I would have walked into a Lids and seen that, I would have been like, let me get that.
And I would have been like, "Oh, really? You want this hat? Boom, boom! I would have packaged deal you."
You would have upsold me, huh? You would have got me?
Yeah, upsell for sure. Upselling.
Well
is
done,
what
bro.
you do.
I like that.
You hear that, Lids? You had
One of
one.
those guys.
You let me down. Yeah. You walked in here, man. Depending on how good of a day I had.
You
if
walked
I-
in here, man.
If I had to take my break early that day and I was feeling good, definitely was gonna upsell you.
My break.
Whoa, sir! Don't start suggesting
allegedly.
things. I said break.
Like what?
That's what you do with your quotations. My break. My bad, bro. My
Yeah,
bad.
crazy that
That's
your
what
left
you do with
hand-
yours. I go take.
Crazy
a
that your
break.
left hand does finger quotes like that, Jake. That's
Yeah.
weird.
I
I
take
don't know why
breaks.
your left hand doesn't follow your right hand.
And
It's
Jake, you would have been
crazy.
talking sports with me, so I definitely would have upsold you.
Yeah, for sure. But you gotta realize I'm a brick wall and I don't get upsold for shit.
I ended up in some wild analytical
I'm a brick wall.
fantasy baseball league one year with this guy who walked in there talking sports with me, and he was like, "Hey, let me get your email." And he put me in this baseball league that was crazy analytical, and I was like, "Yeah, dog, I can't do this." Did 2
Zach-
years and finished bottom 10. I sucked.
Zach knows me. Like, if I'm going grocery shopping or like clothes shopping, holiday shopping, any sort of time I'm in a store or like a mall, like I have a full on like Black Ops plan ready to go in and like extraction mode. And I'm like, I'm in and out, bro. Like, I can get everything done in like 40 minutes.
Where's
like,
the
I'm
target?
I got a map. I got a map with the most efficient.
Oh yeah, it's
route.
easy. If I'm going for something, I'm out of here.
I don't go in there and I'm not like, well, I'll scan this store and then I'll do this. No, we already know.
Negative.
Like, I've looked online. I have a precise plan. We are sticking to it. There is no detouring for upsellers like the great Terrence Scott. He was a great upseller. But for me, it would have been like, sorry, dude, I came here for
Too
this.
big, too small of a store.
Gone.
You weren't getting away from me, but
no, you
I
could have
do
tried.
The lids in the Antelope Valley Mall was fucking a box. Like, I think it was tiny.
You could have
mine
tried.
was a little bit bigger than that. But regardless, all lids are hella small. It's like you think you bouncing around. No, sir. And you need me to get that hat for you. It's like upselling, Jay. You wasn't running from me.
You would have gave me your best pitch, but I would have been like, nah, I'm sorry, fam, but thank you. Have a great day.
Our best pitch was this filthiest slider you ever seen, dude. You weren't hitting it. You was gonna buy something else. Like
I'd have been like, I'm out to Bed Body Works. I gotta get my sister something.
You know what? Actually, I will sign up for that card. You know, how long did you say it would
Hey,
take? 5
I
minutes?
did.
Okay.
I had a lids card. And I bought like one hat a year. I don't know why I had that fucking lids
had a
card.
Yeah, because some guy had a fantastic mouthpiece that sold you on
got
that
me.
card.
Although I don't
Basically,
think
a lot of
I
people
had a
lids
lids card. I think I had CJ's extra lids card.
You hear this for
My brother-in-law.
promotion lids? You get one. Give you guys like
Get
5-minute span, man. You get one.
All right. Dashing ahead. Ding. I'm dinging myself with every holiday pun I come up with.
Bah,
Still holiday festive. It counts.
Um,
Everybody says.
opening night tonight. Meaningful basketball already.
Yeah, we're here.
I can't believe it.
Warriors, Nets, right? That's what we're
Warriors
talking about?
Nets is at 4, and then obviously Clippers and the
The
Lakers.
main attraction.
Oh, that
Ring
game's
night.
night too.
Ring night. Yeah, I'll be turning it on a fashionable 10 minutes late to make sure I don't catch
Be
none
watching
of
the
the ring
boys
ceremony.
right after the Nets game. That's cool.
Definitely don't want to watch none of the championship ceremony, lowering the banner, none of it. I don't want to see any of it. I'm gonna turn it on after that.
What do you do if you're the Clippers? Stay or watch?
Stay in
You
the
have to
fucking.
stay out of No, you can't stay in the locker room, dude.
Stay in
What
the
team
locker
has
room.
ever stayed in the locker room before?
First
Have you
off, I
ever
think
heard
it's
of
like a COVID thing. I don't think they're allowed to go out there during it, so it's even a blessing.
Okay, well, if that's the
Okay,
case.
if they can't, but like,
I don't know.
When have you ever
what the
heard
protocol
of
is,
that
but I
happening?
feel like you should
Fuck
go
'em.
watch.
Fuck them.
Go watch and stare at them like.
No, you can't be a sore loser, bro. It's like
Not being a
fucking
sore loser. We're worried
NBA
about us.
protocol. Like, it's like a respect
protocol.
factor. Like,
Nah, fuck all that. But I would go out there
Oh,
just
you
so
guys
it
are
can make me
wild.
more mad. Just
Oh,
let
they're
it
playing
burn.
that. I feel like.
No, you'll be pretty mad to see that ring get.
oh, me.
handed.
When you watch it,
You think you mad
When you see that
Until
ring, when you see that diamond actually glisten off the arena lights.
and then you
and
have
you're
to
just
think about,
standing there.
damn, our next home game. That's another thing we have to cover. Fuck, the little shit. Like, there's another poster we now have to cover. Yeah, you gotta be pretty.
Gotta make that banner. Gotta make that selfie a little bit longer now.
Yeah, like it's another one.
it's tough.
First game though, I'm actually really excited about this first game. Not that I actually think it's going to be too close or even that great of a game. It might be. I don't know.
Who starts
What do you mean?
for the Clippers? Like, who's the starting five?
Oh no, I was saying the
Interested
first
in
game.
that.
The first game of the night. The Dubs
No.
and Nets game. The starting 5 though for the Clippers. God, I don't know. I know.
Well, if we're talking words
So
first, we'll
there's
get to
no
that
move.
then.
Yeah, I was
talk to
just
other
going chronological order. I was just saying I was excited to see Kevin Durant like play a meaningful basketball game. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like
K Dizzle.
we talk all
looks
the
good.
time. Yeah, we talk all the time on this podcast about like recency bias, which
have
might
not.
have dripped into my, well, just in the world, might have dripped into my top 15, which was.
I want to do that now. I'm so excited to do that.
Well, goddamn, we want to.
I know, but all right, let me shut it. Do it, Jay.
Terrence is a kid in a Christmas store on NBA.
Yeah,
I want
man.
this.
The
I
Tiny
want
Tina
that.
is
I want
not-
all of
it's
it.
not.
I
It
want
is
all of
Christmas.
it.
It is Terrence's Christmas today, man. It's basketball season. It's definitely Christmas for Terrence right now. But
Top 15 is exciting to talk about.
I just think like we kind of forgot a little bit about Kevin Durant. Not completely, but like we as a nation or as a world has kind of just
Basketball community.
Not this
just
man.
the world just a little bit. Like we always just are thinking about these new, because you know the league is so new and young and all these fucking kids are so good. And now it's just like Kevin Durant might have to come back and be like, oh, you forgot about me. Bang, 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 bang. So I'm really excited to see him back on the floor tonight.
Bang, 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 bang.
I ain't forget that big homie. I still know who that man is.
Slim Reaper.
The Slim Reaper. The walking bucket. The
I think
Mr. Get
like,
It
I
Out
have
the
high
net.
expectations for the Nets this year. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Like,
do.
I
do.
I like that team. Like
I
there's
don't
a
know
lot to
what I
build
feel
on
about that
from
team,
last
to
year,
be honest.
inserting those two dudes. Like last
Feel
year's
like-
team played really well.
Outside
That
of the top
team
3
is
for them
all
in the
about
East
aura.
is a failure to me.
However, that team is feeling and vibing is how that team is gonna go. Like that team's all vibes, bro. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
That team
It's
is
all
legit
vibes, man.
vibes, bro. Like fuck buckets, dude. Fuck all the Exodo stuff,
all
bro. What's your
vibes, bro.
vibes like, bro? Like they need Phil Jackson to coach that team. Like he needs to get the incense to get these
Sage-
guys back on some
Sage
Buddha
out there.
shit. Like just that was awesome. I love that Kyrie did that. Goes back to Boston with the Sage, like cleanse all the badness in this area. You guys, I hate you and you hate me. Get it out of here. That dude's Kyrie's a legend.
That feels crazy. It's shit
Oh,
like
that
that
was
though, where
awesome.
I'm like, are you invested in hoops? Are you invested in the whole theater of it all? Like,
I don't even know if it's
Like,
theater.
I
I,
don't-
think that's who bro is. Like he is
no,
just
dude,
different.
it's got to be some theater in there.
This
He's
man
got to
said
love
the
it. Like,
earth is flat, dog. He is into some third eye.
the shit
Like,
the
he's
way he
different.
be on IG Live, and then like KD be in there with him, and I feel like the way KD acts is like he's not like Kyrie is an A-list actor. He's Brad Pitt in this world of NBA theater. He's fucking elite, and like KD's just not like that, so he breaks character. Like I feel like he be laughing it off and shit, and I'm like, this fool
I know when
is
Kyrie
just
told
crazy.
him about being in a post, and KD was like, "Nah." When they had that whole little conversation about KD being in a post more, that was so damn funny, dude.
And he was like,
That's
"Probably
gonna be so interesting to watch. Like, but they're too good not to win games. And then you got Joe Harris coming off screens like he's like baby Klay Thompson right now.
That's knockdown."
They got him shooting like in transition right now. Just fuck getting back under the rim. Who cares? Shoot it. Which
Who are you
that's
more
because that's not
excited
make
to see?
offenses.
Return to the NBA tonight, Stephen Curry or Kevin Durant?
Stephen Curry.
Wow, I definitely think Slim Reap.
Nah,
I'm
because
gonna go Steph as well because
Steph
Is that a
he's
fair
kind of
question?
got more to prove this year because his team's depleted again, but he's healthy, and he's gonna have Draymond for most of the season. So it's like it's time to see what that unanimous MVP is really about now. Like this is a big moment for Steph in my eyes. Whereas like KD's got the supporting cast, he's got Kyrie, he's got a good team. You kind of feel like he's in the conference to kind of do damage. It's a longer process. Whereas like I want to see Steph right away make noise in the West. I'm excited to see Steph prove something right away.
I would say Steph as well.
You know, I totally
That's a good
just,
point,
I was like, Terrence, go ahead, because I literally just brain farted. I went to say something, and then it was like, nothing came out. I have no idea what I was going to say there. Go ahead.
A little silent but deadly brain
KD,
fart.
I'm excited to see just because like he hasn't played basketball in so long, and it's obvious Achilles injuries is tough to come back from. But it's just Steph and his whole aura. He's just so good for basketball. Big KD is too. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's like the best player in the world. But like I don't know. He's just so good for basketball. I can't explain it. Like the way he plays, and I'm just happy to see.
I'm
the
gonna
dude
say
back.
it now.
I'm ready to
50
see him go
episodes
for
in,
40.
or almost 50 episodes in. Terrence got a crush on Steph Curry, man.
He does.
I love
He's a man
Steph.
crush. It's fine. I
I
got man
love
crushes
Steph.
on people.
That dude is a
Who doesn't have
bad man.
Oh
crush?
yeah, absolutely. I just had to. Hey, dude, I just wanted to
Steph
address
is
it.
a bad man.
wanna know mine?
dude.
No.
Anybody that could change basketball like that? Come on, man.
I do.
Brendan
Trying to
just
say
said it from the.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, it is. I love Daniel Craig.
I've been
Man.
telling her, dude. Mine's Shamar Moore. I told you guys I saw him when I was at work, and I was like, "Holy shit, you really are that good looking of a dude."
Oh, I'm definitely putting the video in there. I'm definitely laying that in here, dude.
Bro, Shamar Moore is my guy. That's Derek Morgan, bro.
Living.
I was
And Terrence is his Steph, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you like it? Do you like his new hair with like the braids and stuff, Terrence? What do you think about that? Is that like
Braids are whack, dude. Get ready to
which version of Steph? Which
You're not
version of Steph do you
Kawhi.
like the best, dude?
I don't give a
Babyface
damn about his hair. Just get it out the net. But
Terrence
to
isn't-
answer the
isn't
question, the
shallow,
braids
bro.
are funny as hell, though. The braids
Terrence
are
isn't
funny.
shallow.
but
He's not about looks, bro. He's about.
He needs more hair to be rocking the braids, though. But I guess your hair does grow better in braids, though. So give some time. I guess give Steph some time with the braids, but they definitely
right.
some shallow braids at the moment.
But
That team could be
sorry.
good, dude. Kelly Oubre. I was watching their preseason game. It looks like they're trying to have Kelly be their little stopper, which who knows if Kelly could play defense like that. But defense is all about effort. So if he's gonna put the effort into it, he is like 6'7" and athletic. And if Wiggins can ever be what we all know he can be, and fuck, dude, just buy in 1 year. Shit, just 1 year, dude. Just buy in, because he scores 20, not buy in. Like just
You know
think if
what's
you did buy
crazy?
in 1 year.
You know what's crazy about Andrew Wiggins? Like he's still like he's not like a bad basketball player.
He's like
obviously.
25.
And he's not. You know what I
That's
mean?
crazy.
He's not a bad basketball player, but I think like this like aura and assumption around him is that he is like weak because he's one of the players like he was so electrifying coming into the league and like we all followed his like coming through Canada whatever and then in college and we were like we put this guy on a pedestal and we're like well this guy's gonna be fucking awesome and then like he was just good like he wasn't great he's just a solid basketball player so I feel like we kind of like knock him.
He's
still think
about to
there's
be
more in there.
26. He's
Yeah.
about to be
there's more in
26.
there.
Last season averaged 22, 5 and 4.
And
Career average is 20, like
That's what I'm saying.
19.7. That's 20.
Doesn't it feel like we never not we as in us this podcast but like
No, like
I was
the general perception, yeah.
like
Right,
we
a
I feel
basketball
like we
community.
never have anything good to say about him ever.
Because his numbers are open, like they're flat numbers,
Empty.
but
I agree with you. They can be empty.
it's
at times.
because like, dude, that's kind of my point. It's like, dude, you could score 20, not giving a fuck. Just think if you cared. Like, if you cared, you could you could score 25 and it would matter. Fuck the 25. You could score 20 and it'll matter because he doesn't even play defense. Like, look at his body. He's 6'7", jumps out the gym. His hands are dragging. Like, he's long as hell. Like, that dude frustrates me because he could be so good. But I hope being in Golden State and that whole presence in Draymond and Steph, like being professional and so forth help. But I'm excited to see Wiseman too.
I was just
People don't know how good he is.
I was just about to say James
He
Wiseman
didn't get
starting
the
tonight.
NCAA is a hater.
What are we expecting? How do we feel about it? General feeling about the
Depends
James
on how they
Wiseman
play him.
starting.
Yeah, I was like, given how I know the Warriors to play basketball as of recent, like I don't expect any jaw-dropping numbers tonight. Like he's not about to walk in here in his rookie night, drop 18, 12, 3 blocks, like in a steal.
he might.
I don't think any of that shit. Like I don't think that at all. I think,
I would be
with
shocked though.
with no summer league and a limited preseason type shit, like I think he's getting his feet wet tonight, probably make a couple buckets, 4 to 6 points, 5 to
That's
10
probably more accurate.
rebounds, a block maybe, like probably nothing too crazy, but a lot of this is eye test. Like, what does he look like out there though? Like, is he active on defense? Does he look okay? Is he looking okay in the offense, or does he
Game
look
look
lost
too
out there? Does
fast
he
for
look
him, you know what I
timid?
mean?
Does it look too fast? Like, that's the type of the stuff I'm looking for. I'm not expecting anything. I'm not expecting Zion to walk in the league.
Well, he's also
by the
playing
building and be a
And get
maniac.
19 and
And
7
get
tonight,
19 and 14 minutes type shit. Like I don't
If
think
he
he's
does
got that, but like
that would also
shit.
be wild because he's playing against DeAndre Jordan and Jared Allen. So
But
that
like,
would be-
yeah, and like I said, though, it's also like the way you envision the team playing. Like the team that Zion walked into was like he was able to free flow and really be a part of the offense as soon as he hit the court. Whereas like the ball's gonna be in Steph's hands all night. Maybe he gets excited in the pick and roll, pick and pop thing with Steph, and there's something there to elevate stats. But like I'm assuming they're gonna go to someone more veteran to run that with Steph on opening night, given the limited summer league, given the
lot of
limited
eye
time.
tests tonight.
Maybe
I think
pick and roll with
engagement
Steph's gonna be
and
nice.
stuff like that. Right. And so I think it's a long-term process with Wiseman. It's more like eye test and little stuff tonight with him.
I just wonder how long he plays.
I think you nailed it right around 25 minutes, like a decent amount because they're going to need him.
If he
They're
plays
thin there.
25, I expect like 12 to 10 points and like 7 to 10 rebounds. That's all.
That's a really good opening night to me. If he gets that in 25 minutes, like I would be through the roof. This guy's
He's
really
nice.
hit the ground running.
He's nice. That boy.
I
can
just
play.
like, when do you remember a big for the Warriors being a focal part of anything for them type thing?
That
You
ain't
know?
even focal. That's just him getting rebounds and just
Yeah. If he's that active,
Scoring off
that would
Steph.
be huge. That would be
because
huge.
if you're gonna score maybe off a couple of offensive rebounds anyway, so it's like or getting fouled. So I can see him getting 10 to 12 points. The rebounds is what's more key to me because that's what the Warriors need. If he's getting rebounds and being a big presence down there like they need, who cares? You got
Putting
Steph,
yourself in the right position and all that.
yeah, you got Steph, Kelly, and Wiggins who should be able to put the ball in the hoop. And I didn't know they had
Oubre.
Wanamaker. That's a good pickup.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Wanamaker
that.
it
is a
It is
very good
I think
pickup.
he's going to be really pivotal to their bench over there.
He's gonna
Um,
be pivotal late game when Steph gets to play off ball now because he can guard.
Kelly Oubre will be very interesting to watch tonight as well. A lot of interesting storylines with this Warriors team for sure.
Who guards KD? I wonder is it going to be Kelly or Wiggins?
With no
or
Draymond, obviously a guy like KD,
He's
you're
not
gonna send a lot of different guys. Yeah, no Draymond tonight. That's why Wiseman is like the
It
official
might end up
start.
being a blowout.
Man, Wiseman better start.
I don't
when
think it's going to
Draymond's
be a blowout
there.
at
What
all.
are we
He better
doing?
put some respect on some guys over there in the Warriors name. Mainly,
But you guys have been telling me
Steph. What's wrong with
the
that?
Why is it
whole
good on playing,
offseason that the Warriors are going to be good, and I'm not wavering. I don't think they'll be very good this year.
That's crazy. I did.
Why is Draymond not playing though?
He's
got a
still
hurt,
he's still coming back from
foot?
injury. I feel like his shoulder. Is it still
Oh, it
shoulder
might be a
stuff?
shoulder. I thought it was a foot. It might be a shoulder.
But he's still coming back from injury. Jake, as long as
Oh, he has
Steph
a
plays
foot
all
injury.
season and Draymond plays most of the season, this team's in the playoffs. I hope you realize that.
No, we already had this discussion, and I'm not wavering. They are not making the playoffs.
You've had time to think about it. Don't die on this hill. You don't have to.
I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, they're not making the playoffs. I
play Friday,
was
though.
reassured. Like, I was way reassured on it.
Wait, what I was reading? But
That,
Draymond might play
that the
Friday.
Warriors will not make the playoffs, even if Steph plays all year, and Draymond.
I said if Steph plays all year and Draymond plays most of the games, their team is in the playoffs. I hope you know that.
If Steph plays all year, it's going to be tough for me not to put them in the playoffs. That dude's special.
Yeah.
No. What's that Dikembe Mutombo commercial? No. He's just like beating people's shit up all over the place. Like guys like in a store or something. He just like throws the fucking head of lettuce back.
Brooklyn. What are we doing though? You got D'Antoni, Steve Nash, KD, Kyrie, Stoudemire.
D'Antoni on the bench over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He joined Nash's
It's a lot
bench.
of guys over here. It's a lot of minds and opinions, and it could be amazing.
You
But
know
it
what
can
Colin
also
said
be
about them?
Too many
A
cooks in the kitchen.
fire.
Yeah,
The
it could
fact
be
that
too
you
many
just
cooks
said
in
that, the what you just said, Terrence, you said so many minds. Colin said he hates loud teams. Like
Yes.
teams that are loud get punished.
Fuck this
And he was
Colin.
like the Clippers. They were one of the
Definitely not
loudest
about
teams last
basketball. I
year.
will agree.
Because
And
look
he's
at what
like,
the Lakers
they
did. They
got
had a
punished.
million minds.
No, who?
But the Lakers were the quietest team in the league when it came to the playoffs. No, they
Well,
went to
how many
bed.
lines?
but you
They
still
chilled.
had LeBron, AD,
Is
Vogel.
AD really a mind?
Doesn't yes.
One of
he's-
the quietest guys in his whole career.
He's not a
It's not about that. I'm
mind.
not talking about. You guys are focused on off the court stuff. We're talking about inside a basketball room, X and O's. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about the fucking social media aspect. I'm talking about like it's literally too many cooks in the kitchen. I was thinking we were talking about literally when we're in practice and discussing basketball. Because if you look at the Lakers, they had the same thing. You got LeBron, you got AD, you got Vogel, Kidd, and then what was the other assistant? They had one more assistant.
Oh well, he didn't come to the
he
bubble.
he didn't come to the bubble. Maurice
Lionel
Sheets.
Hollins. No,
Or
Lionel
Lionel
Hollins.
Hollins. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Lionel Hollins. So it's like you got. Well, I see why Lionel didn't come, but you got all those minds in there, and those are all really good basketball minds. So it's similar to what Brooklyn has. The only difference is KD and Kyrie have this social media.
I don't know if I
element
put
and they talk outside the
AD
court.
in that like he's like
Even
this
if you
vocal
do-
mind that's like breaking down the game.
I think
like
AD's
that.
definitely. Come on, AD forced his way out of fucking New Orleans, so we're gonna act like this guy doesn't have a vocal. he
I
has a
don't
voice?
think having a lot of minds
we're
is
talking-
a bad thing.
We're
at
talking
all.
basketball minds.
Neither do
like,
I.
who's
I'm just
in
saying it's
there.
similar to them.
AD is like
Because-
go hoop. He's not like I'm in there like
But so is KD.
game
KD's
planning
all about
around
go
it
hoop.
like that. I wouldn't have mentioned. I would not have mentioned KD in this whole like basketball mind thing. Like Kyrie is the type to be like he's like a mind. He's gonna make sure his voice is heard. Like Kyrie is that type, but like he has to say
So does
something.
LeBron,
and
though.
that, well, of course, nobody said LeBron isn't. But when we're talking about these basketball minds, AD and KD, I do not think these are those things.
I don't
Okay,
think of them
well,
as like
okay.
intellectual X's and O's guys either. That's just
Yeah.
like my perception of them either. Not that that makes them any better or worse than what I thought, because we're gonna get in the top 15 and like basically everyone aforementioned is kind of in there.
I just think Brooklyn's. It's just
Um,
interesting. It's just interesting.
But I, in the sense that he was saying, it was like the Nets are loud. Like they're all over social media. They're in the media. Like they're just loud. Like you're always hearing about weird shit with the Nets. And he was saying like the Lakers weren't that. When the playoffs started, the Lakers were extremely quiet and they got the job done. Same with
When
Jimmy
the
Butler.
playoffs started.
He said, right. And that's like the point I was getting to is like when you said that they have a lot of minds, I thought that like, I was like, that's funny you say that because that was like a big point on there. He was like, Jimmy Butler, one of the loudest players his whole career. When he got to Miami, you didn't hear anything about him all year. He snuck right through the cracks and boom, was in the finals. And I thought that's a really good point. That's why the Nets scare me. And that's just what I brought up when you were talking about all the minds.
But
like
when
I
the
thought you were
season
kinda
started
thinking the
last
same
year,
thing.
everybody was concerned with the Lakers for having too many cooks in the kitchen, and then it kind of proved that by the time the playoffs started, to your point, they all quieted down and just focused on business. So you could say the Nets could have that same process once everything gets to the postseason, because we are a long way away from the postseason, and these guys have a lot of time to iron out all their problems and shut the fuck up by the time the postseason starts.
Yeah.
and just
I
focus
just-
on hoops. So
like who,
I get what you're saying,
who do you think the quietest teams were in the NBA last year? I mean, both really essentially all year. It was the Lakers, it was the Heat, it was the Nuggets. And those were the three most like best
quietest teams,
teams
I
you
don't
could
know.
think of it. Those were the
I
quietest
don't
teams.
ever
You didn't hear
focus on the
anything about
quietest
them.
teams.
Kind
It's
of
always the teams that are here about it.
that's
So
kind
it's
of the
Clippers.
point. The Clippers were the
That's-
loudest team and got embarrassed.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
exactly.
like I think that's a good point. The Nets have that kind of capability. The
But the
Rockets,
Heat
one of
was
the
the
loudest
loudest
teams,
team
got
ever.
embarrassed.
Like there's one of the loudest teams ever. The Warriors are loud as hell. And those dudes was
I think
loud.
there's obviously exceptions to that, like when you have generational talent, LeBron James, Steph, like that trio. Those
But
trios,
but the
named.
Nets definitely have generational talent in KD.
Yeah,
Kyrie's
we'll see.
no
I
slouch.
thought it was.
I get what you're saying though. The
Yeah.
point is definitely valid.
I don't
and
think
something
that
to definitely
the
look at.
Lakers had too many cooks in the kitchen last year. I don't think that was a thing. I think
That's
people
a lot
were
of
worried about the
coaches, 'cause
Lakers because they
remember everybody kept
couldn't
saying, who was the
perimeter
coach?
shoot. I think that's what people were worried about a lot with the Lakers.
Yeah, it was a lot
like
of who was going to
perimeter
coach with
shooting and
Vogel
stuff
because
like
Vogel
that.
wasn't proven yet, and then you had Kid on the
So
sideline. You
weird
had
to me
Lionel
that
Hollins.
people thought that.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but the late game, Jacob. I don't know. Do you have a transition lined up? I didn't have one.
Did you Google
Prancing, prancing along to the late game.
Fair
Ding!
enough.
I think I might just try to hit all of Santa's reindeers, but it's gonna get tough here towards the end. Ding! I mean, this is the meat of the night. This is
Everybody
the
playing tonight?
no Marcus
Mook.
Morris, no Mook, which is a bummer. But I think Ibaka is gonna start at the 5, which at first I was really against, but I've talked myself into it. But Lakers, Clippers.
Who starts at the 4 then?
Lakers getting, although with no Mook, they might not do that actually tonight then, because it was supposed to be, I think
it's
Pat
definitely
Bev.
Ibaka.
I think it was
Yeah,
Pat, Luke, Pat, Luke, PG,
No,
no,
Luke. I
Pat,
think
PG, Kawhi, Mook, and Ibaka. I think is like what Ty Lue envisions as his 5 that he wants to send
I
out
don't like
there.
that 5.
I didn't at first, but I thought about it like this too. Lou Williams, what made him so great alongside Montrezl Harrell was not pick and pop, it was pick and roll. Like that hard roll that Montrez can give you, where he can either pass it to him if they don't follow it, or Lou will, if they do follow it, is able to get that shot off that he's really good at, that off the dribble shot. If you put him next to Ibaka, I mean, that's really pick and pop is Ibaka these days more than pick and roll. Whereas like Zubac is money in the bank on pick and roll. And I thought
that.
I'm like, okay, if I
can see that.
if I got Lou pick and rolling with Zoo and I got Kennard next to him waiting for a kick, I kind of like the way that looks. So I talked myself into it. But I mean, I love Zubac and I really want him to progress this year. And I don't want his confidence to be shattered with like, hey, we're bringing in Kawhi's friend. You're going to the bench, bud. I don't want that to happen.
I agree. I like that point. But to me, how I would start that team, because the hell with Lou Williams. Like, dude, if you're as good as we say, stop worrying about all that. Just be the 6 man and put the ball in the hoop. I don't need you to have to worry about tandems. Do your job.
We were trying to get the most out of everybody.
Yeah, well, get the most out of you making shots. But what I would do, the best starting lineup, to my opinion, is kind of do what the Lakers did. Go big again. Start Ibaka, start Zoo. Ibaka clearly can stretch the floor, so you're not hampering yourself by starting big. You'll go with Bev, PG, Kawhi, Ibaka, and Zoo, and just beat the shit out of teams. Be more physical than teams.
I'm not against it.
And win that. And then you'll bring in Luke, you can bring in Mook, and then you still have shooters. Like, you're just out physical teams, be a defensive team, put that as your hard hat, and win games. That's also a way to shut the hell up, too. Just win games by being a defensive lockdown team. Like everybody said, they're the best defensive team in basketball last year. Well, prove it. Come back this season, pull your shorts up, and lock cats up. Go big and lock teams up. That's how I would do it.
I'm not against that 5. I kind of like what Lou's doing, though, because I feel like it gets the most out of everybody.
I think that lineup that Lou wants to do is probably their closing lineup, but that's not what I would start with, which is fine, definitely, because you can switch everything. You're kind of positionless at that point, but that's not how I would start my team. I'm kind of trying to beat you down in the beginning of the game.
Zach, give me
Bear
some
you down.
rotations or starting lineups that you might like, bud. Pal.
I want to. I'm with Terrence. I want the Zoo Ibaka front.
I kind of like it, but
as my start.
if
I'm
you
ready
go
to go
with
back to
that,
this. Are you ready?
here's my thing. Oh, go ahead, Zach. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I need Reggie in the mix again. We didn't do anything at point guard. I need Reggie in the rotation, man. He's got to be an integral part of this offense, and I can't believe I'm back to saying it. Like,
He can't start though.
but he has to be not necessarily start, but I need him to finish. Like, I envision
has to
Reggie on
play
my
games.
closing 5, or at least near it, like big minutes, and I need him an integral part of the rotation. I don't know where it is, what you're going to do with it, Ty Lue. I need you to lock him in and figure that part of the rotation out. Like, that's the part of the rotation I'm most concerned with is
Who's
the point
last
guard.
guard?
Because just like honestly, to me, the starting point guard position is up for grabs right now. Like, I don't
it's
think
been
Patrick
up for grabs.
Patrick Beverly has proven anything in the big games to say he's my number 1 point guard.
Other
and he's
than
finishing games and
he
all
gets
that.
too amped up and wants to foul.
Other than he wants to be 2 football player on a basketball court and foul everybody. Like, that's
Okay.
the only thing he's proven to me in big
That's
games.
fair.
So like, The biggest thing I'm looking for in rotations is I'm with Terrence. I want to see Ibaka and Zoo, and I want to see his big to start. I'd like that to start, but I just want to see them figure that point guard part of the rotation out. And I need it to come to fruition. Maybe Luke Kennard ends up wiggling in there.
I was about to say,
and he plays
real quick, I was about to say
big point guard minutes because I've seen what I liked.
Remember,
in him,
didn't I
and the
say
midi
that?
pull up and the whole.
He's not your point guard, but he could be your last guard. Like if you're gonna finish your finishing lineup, you still got to understand you still got Kawhi and PG on the floor. Like this isn't what you start, but if you're gonna finish games, I'm perfectly fine finishing games with Kennard, PG, and Kawhi as my ball handlers. That's perfectly fine. You have enough shot creators on the floor. PG was going to be my primary ball handler. Kawhi needs to take that role as well. But this is also how you guys lost games last year. But the thing is, Kennard is a lot better shooter than you had out of any of the options last year. So if he's knocking shots down, it's going to give PG and Kawhi better chances to create.
I think
Ibaka's also a knockdown shooter as well from his position too.
In defense,
I'm not a talking about Mook Morris like you guys are though.
I love Mook Morris.
I think
he's huge for us.
And I think he's perfect. Like he fits.
He brings
perfectly.
grit though.
He fits perfectly with this team, and I think
in
his
the offense he fits well,
personality.
too.
Yeah, and his personality.
That's why he
fits.
needs to come off the bench.
Him and Lou need to be your spark plugs.
I think he's a good starter for us. I think
The
he's
thing
a good
with
starter.
Luke is like he's everything Reggie isn't. He's going to shoot off the dribble well, and he's going to kind of create on that perimeter without going to the cup well. Whereas Reggie is catch and shoot and like drive to the rim are things that he does well for me. So kind of seeing which version of that guard comes to fruition in games is going to be interesting to me as well. Cause they kind of like are opposites of each other.
You
In
can
defense-
easily see Reggie taking Bev's job. But I don't
100%.
think
If he
Luke is
comes
ever
north.
going to start at the
But
one.
Reggie
I
would
could see
have-
that happening.
Reggie would have to play immaculate defense because he was absolute barbecue out there defensively.
Yeah.
But in his defense, he was getting dragged.
PG and
He was
Kawhi,
in the Dallas series. And then there was like several key games where they needed him at the end of that series and then into the next series.
Oh, he was unplayable.
Well, and then once he got dragged, he got bullied into where like he actually played well and knocked down a ton of big shots towards the end of that. The end of the Dallas series and then the first couple games of that Denver series. And I was like, okay, like you didn't shy away, right? Like, you know, you get bullied and you start playing bad. We've seen, especially in that bubble, like some dudes crawled into a hole and couldn't get out of it. Like Reggie punched through that hole and actually played some good fucking basketball. So in his defense, there might be something there, but I don't know, Zach. I still have to look at it like with one eye.
Here's the thing for Reggie.
It's out of those two
though.
starters for sure. Luke's not going to
100%.
start. But
I think he could sneak in there. I think he could. I think there's something possibly there, but I think you're right, Terrence. It's a long shot. The thing with Reggie is this is the first time since he was on the Thunder where he's coming into an offseason with a lot to prove, a team with expectations, a team with all eyeballs on him, and playing the position that everyone thinks needs to be completely redone and scraped from the bottom. So like he has a ton to work on and a ton to prove coming in this season. I think that's big for him. I think those type of things matter in players. When he was
it matters.
dragged or playing trash in Detroit and coming into the offseason, everyone knew Detroit was going to be crap again and no one cared. He could just cruise on in and be Reggie again. Whereas now, like the eyeballs are on you. It's known you have to change and improve or they will move you and you will be gone. And he knows that. He's not dumb. He's been through this before. So he's a
Reggie
player that
Jackson
I'm back into.
Forced his way out of OKC because he thought he was a starter.
Which was kind of a funny scenario. I remember that happened. I was like,
Not,
Reggie,
well, it was funny that he forced his
what?
way out.
You're who?
He's like, you're
Reg?
not better than Brody. You relax. Dude. I don't know what planet you're from. But when he went over to Detroit, he played well, and then he got hurt and so forth. So Reggie's not a bum. It's just
He's also not.
for me.
that
I think
good.
Reggie definitely went into the offseason like I'm better than Patrick Beverly. I should be starting on his team. I should be the starting
I
point
kind
guard.
of
If he
hope that
didn't-
was his mentality. I
and
hope
if
that
he
was his
didn't go
mentality.
into the offseason, then he's probably washed now because he should have every thought in his mind that he is the best point guard on his team because he is. Bev should probably play more late because he's a better defender, but you're the best point guard on his team. You're the better creator. You're a better scorer. And if you focus, you can probably defend somewhat. That's just up to him. But Reggie should have went into the offseason thinking this is his job and trying to win the job. But if he didn't,
Perfect
that's
analysis. 100%. That's like, honestly, if you didn't approach this offseason like that and we can see that, then we need to move you. Like that,
Yeah,
it's
it's
that
alarming
to me
because
because
Pat's
you're
clearly not
not
the
useful
starter.
to me anymore. You're right. You are so much more talented than this guy. If you didn't approach it like that, like low key, you don't serve a purpose to my team
you
anymore.
should be
I would
pissed
wanna
he's
move
starting
you.
over you. Like, honestly, you should
100%.
be pissed that this dude is starting over you. You was pissed Westbrook starting over you. Now, what, 5 years down the road, you're okay with Pat Bev starting over you? Fuck happened. In high
What
school,
are
you
we,
was the
man, homie.
Had such a banger of a song. Oh my god, man! Wow. Okay, What? Oh, we got an appearance. What are we looking at across the hall and with the enemy? What are you looking at tonight from the Lakers?
Win.
All that stuff. I think a lot of times we see that teams fall short on ring night because it's just like a lot of emotion in the air. So I don't know what the Lakers will bring forward.
I think
tonight.
the Lakers win tonight. And I think it's just because it's against the Clippers.
But
it's
a part, I'm not really asking in a sense of win and loss. I'm asking, what are you looking for with like the Lakers have a lot of turnover. So like how I just asked what we were looking at for the Clippers, like what are some things you're looking at with this Laker team here on opening night? Like what are you looking to catch your eye?
I'm looking to see how Trez fits in, obviously.
I can't help but look at Trez, right? You can't help but have eyeballs on him.
I think the new, I'm slightly looking at Kuz. Like he got the extension. I want to see like, did they see some improvement that they liked a lot, or like what happened with that?
I want to talk about that too.
Yeah, and the dynamic I'm looking for that I think has kind of arisen out of Laker camp to me, at least of preseason and through social media, at least, is Caruso and THC. Like, what's going to happen? Horton.
How much do they really trust him? How much are they really going to play him?
THT?
THT, not THC. Sorry, that's for post show.
We said that like 3 times. Holy shit.
He said it multiple times. I just started laughing like this guy.
I was like,
post show. THT is Lakers. I think there's a dynamic there where I think THT thinks he could take he can take Caruso's job and probably I'm like, yeah, like he's damn close to it. Like or at least like sharing minutes. I don't know if they're gonna play at the same time.
Did y'all see the Tony Allen video?
But
what's the Tony Allen video?
Oh, the Tony Allen one was great.
Oh, so Tony Allen. All right, are you?
Go ahead, no, go ahead, Sarah. I'm done.
All right, so Tony Allen was on a podcast. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't the All in Smoke podcast. I think it was on. Steven Jackson was. I want to say he was talking to.
So whatever. Steve was there, so he was on All the Smoke.
Nah, because
maybe I think it was something different too. But regardless, keep going.
Regardless. So they was asking. Basically, Tony Allen was telling a story about when he first seen THT and the G League. He was down.
I just want to call him THT.
Yeah, I know. He was down there playing the Memphis Hustle, and he was just cooking these guys. And Allen has no idea who this is, and he looks over to him and was like, said something to him, and THT responded like, "I'm not even supposed to be here," and then he was like, "What the fuck is this kid?" So he goes and looks him up. He was like, "Oh shit, this kid from Chicago. He from my hometown." So he like next time I see him, I act like I know him and everything. And he was just like, I followed the kid from ever since. And he was like, but it was important how that kid said that to me. Like he cooking these guys in the G League and made sure to let me know. Like, I ain't even supposed to be here, bro. Like this is boring. This is demeaning to me. Like put me in a league. And that's on a champion team, dude. Like
I love a kid with that type of mentality. I love a kid with that type of mentality.
You're playing for the Lakers, dude, and you're down here pissed that they ain't giving you one of the roster spots. Yo, you could play for me. And then you come in a preseason and start cooking like that.
Yep.
Going at everyone on the Clippers first team, like granted,
didn't care who they were.
Didn't care who was standing in front of them. First team, bench, second team, like end of the bench, went at everybody.
Caruso came into camp all happy, like, yeah, they got this
I'm
kid
the man.
coming at
They got murals of me around town.
You the defender of the team too, huh? Boy, you better guard.
That's
me.
mural god. That's Caruso.
And LeBron likes him. LeBron likes him a lot. They say LeBron been following this kid since high school because he went to Iowa State, so he's clearly been a top prospect.
Right.
Now we all watched him at Iowa State, but that's crazy.
Zach, we twins, same face. We have the same brain. You literally regurgitated just about everything I was going to say about this game. Number one, Montrezl Harrell. No, it's fine. It's okay. Great minds think alike, bud. Come on.
You know what I'm
saying? Montrezl Harrell.
What eye did you wink with right there? What eye do you wink with?
I went with my right.
That's so. Oh wait, is that my? Oh, that's my right eye. Never mind.
This guy don't even know his eyes.
Opposite eyes. That's crazy. No, it's because it's like a mirror. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're looking in the. Never mind. Keep going. Sorry. THC post show. No.
Yeah. Come on. Hey, THC, you got all that or what?
Boy, it was almost in the box. It was almost in the box.
Can't help but look at Montrezl Harrell. Just the whole dynamic of the way Jovan stories and everything that happened, which is so funny that Jovan Buddha just went to the Lakers because it's like he just followed his number one source.
100%.
Trez went over there. He's like, well, I already got a source. We're good. But like the whole dynamic,
you come with me.
He leaves and he just becomes like, he was like, if you're part of Clipper Nation, I mean, you really fucked with Trez, especially pre-bubble. Like you were a big Trez guy.
So much money.
And now he goes across the hall, like not to anybody, like it was okay for him to go. I said it all along. I don't think we're keeping him, but to go there, you're not supposed to go
for
there.
less. He settled for no money. He's
lost
worth triple
so
that.
much money.
So I'm curious to see like if LeBron got brainwashed and how he's feeling and whatever that is. Like I just if Montrezl Harrell when he's out there wearing purple and gold, my eyes will be fixated on him, unfortunately. And then I agreed, Zach. Kind of their although maybe not Caruso, THT. Look at me nail it first try.
Boy.
Coming in like a
If you don't
comet.
like THT.
Ding! That's another fucking Santa Claus reindeer right there. Like I want to see how Wesley Matthews plays defense and shoots the ball, and I want to see as a whole.
He'll shoot it well.
I agree. I'm assuming he will with LeBron throwing it right to your shooting pocket. He probably will.
Wide open.
The interior defense, because you got rid of both of your big, sloppy, goofy, eat up fouls and play gritty defense bigs. And you went with Marc Gasol, who will be in the right position. Nobody here will disagree about that, but he's definitely long in the tooth.
Nah,
and
he'll be fine.
Right. He's not going to be blocking shots like Dwight, but like he's going to be where he needs to be. Like I agree, Marc Gasol probably will be fine. Athleticism, we'll see how that works. I don't know. It's like we said, he's long in the tooth. It's something to look at, no doubt. And then you went with Montrezl Harrell, who obviously is not an inside presence with how Jokic turned out to be. So like I'm looking there a lot. Like interior defense for the Lakers. Are we just funneling it to AD? And when AD's out, how do you play defense on the interior? Kind of things I would look at for the Lakers.
That's fair.
Just nailed another one of Santa's reindeers. I was pretty proud of myself for nailing that one on the fly.
Nice.
I wonder how long LeBron plays tonight too.
I'm thinking minimal, right? Like all stars are going minimal minutes, like 30 max.
Shit.
I don't know.
Just come up, pull a
I
three,
think
and come
Clippers
back
are
out
trying
the
to
game.
win this game hard.
For the
I
rest
think
of
we're
the
going
game.
to play normal.
First shot of the game.
It's a lose
Get your
lose.
first shot, come out.
To me, it's a lose for the Clippers. No matter what happens tonight, you cannot win.
Right, but I still think it's a lesser of two evils, and you go win the game.
Well, yeah, you always want to win. Of course.
You win the game, it's better. You lose the game close, it doesn't. It's the same thing. But you get blown out, that's bad.
Okay, Terrence, 100%. You're right. There is levels to winning and losing. And if
You
they
go
do,
out there and
if
get
they
smacked
go
by 20.
right.
On champion night.
And like you're never in the game, and you're never really in the game. Like that's definitely a.
Trez has like 25.
If Trez goes for 25 and 10, I am going to die.
It's gonna be meme galore too.
I will be disgusted with myself. With
Is it time
everything.
finally?
I'm so excited.
I'm so
It's time.
excited. I'm ready.
Is it time?
It's time.
It's time. So we did our top, let me just preface it though. We've all been seeing this ESPN top 100 list that is just, is egregious, abysmal. Somebody give me the right word to really
disgusting.
describe how
ESPN top
fucking
100
bad,
list is pathetic.
how fucking bad this list is. Pathetic is pretty good.
This Bleacher Reports or ESPN's?
The ESPN one that dropped a couple weeks ago that everybody's been kind of just dragging. LeBron number 1 was probably the only thing they got right, and then after that it just went to fucking shit. So we decided Anthony Davis, who is obviously a great player, but he is not the second best player in the world. Sorry, AD, you are not the second best player in the world. Great player. He's in my top 15, no doubt, but he's definitely not number 2. So with that being said, we all did top 15s. Terrence, my guy over there, is definitely eager. I would like for him to share first, if that's okay with everybody.
Oh,
I don't have a say in things
All
like
right,
this.
fuck it.
I'm out vote
This
Terrence.
guy
I
just
vote
tried
Terrence
to
first.
jump. This guy just tried
Put
to
him on
jump
the plane.
down the. He just tried to jump down the fucking rundown to do this, and now he doesn't want to go first. We got cold feet, dude.
I'm putting
No, 'cause
I just watched Pirates of the Caribbean, dude. We're fucking 2v1. Stick him on the plank over here, dude. Like walk the plank.
I want
you're
Terrence
out
to
of
go
here, dude.
first. He
You're
brought
going
this
first.
up. He's the
Shut
guy.
the fuck up and look at this.
Oh my god! No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit! What's crazy is Terrence. That's funny. I didn't expect Harden to be so low on Terrence's list. I thought I would have Harden the lowest, but I don't.
Harden in your top 15? No.
Yeah, top 15 right here. I changed this a lot. Harden was in the top 10, but I moved Tatum into it. So starting at 15,
I had trouble around there. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Starting at 15, this man is going to make a statement this year. Trae Young.
Devin Booker at 14 as well. He's going to show the league that he's definitely a top 15 player. Got to pay homage to Jimmy Butler for getting his team to the finals. Because I would not have had him in the top 15.
I almost left him out, and then I remembered that, and I was like, well.
That's the only reason why he's in this. Joel Embiid, most dominant center in the league when he wants. Obviously, Harden, walking cup. Jokic, we all know what he's about. Jason Tatum. I think Tatum's going to take a huge step. I almost had Tatum higher, but it's like, they got a lot of players over in Boston, so maybe not. Dame, we all know what Dame's about. Got Kawhi here. He was a little bit higher, thought more about it, had to move him a little bit more down. Got the Stepherless and Steph. AD is 5. I'm not as high as on AD as others. Luka is 4. Giannis, coming on, he's won, 2 MVPs now? He's still top 3. I think this is controversial. Don't give a fuck. He's still KD. Second best player in the world until proven otherwise. And then we all know LeBron James.
Zach, you want to go first?
Okay, here's my problem. The whole thing sucks. No, I'm totally just kidding, man. This is what I figured out seconds into looking at Terrence's. It only reassured me when I did mine. There are a ton of really, really, really good basketball players in the NBA.
Yes.
You think 15 is a lot, and you'll be like, oh yeah, it's like the best guys in the league. Like, I'll just put all 15 in there.
Because Towns should be in the top 15, but he's not.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like
Towns didn't even cross my mind. That's crazy.
After 8, 9 to like 30 are all fairly close. Fairly close. Like 9 to legitimately 25 in the league, 30.
I would say 9 to 10,
really
20 is for sure
close. It's crazy. So I like the top of it, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Like LeBron
Harden should be higher, but dude, you're on some other shit right now. But he should be higher.
I don't know if he should, honestly. Like, I mean,
because I'm going off this upcoming season as well, what I'm expecting guys to do as well.
I will ask you this in a sec. Who was like your 16? Like, who was the guy that you had to take out that like?
See, that's funny. I had notable
you had
names.
Someone in, and then like you forgot someone, so you had to add like a top 8
in my
trader.
notes. My notable names.
It's a good question, Zach. I want you to
because I had 4 notable names. That's why I'm so pissed. My notes just deleted. I had Paul George were the notable names I left off. Towns, Bradley, Bill.
It's hard. I'm telling you that 9, like you have to leave guys off, and it's crazy.
Because Ja Morant wasn't one of them. I thought about him because I think he's gonna take a big step too. But it was one more.
So
but it was
I
definitely
think,
those 3. Oh, Ben Simmons
crazy.
was the other one.
It's crazy because like the way you were like, come on, it's like Giannis is way too high for me, and it's like you guys know this. I'm about a year and a half into my Giannis borderline slander, where like I think he might be the most overhyped NBA player in the league. Like I'm about a year and a half into that now. So like I think Giannis is drastically high.
What do you think about Trae Young?
A lot of people will have him there. He doesn't make my list, but he's like an honorable. When we get to mine, he's like on that list.
He's
right there. He's in that
20-ish to me, 20 and down.
Yeah. Same for me.
I think he's having a big step.
15
and
is like
I don't know if I got
as high as you could ever put him right now. I think like is 15. I think if you were to even put him anywhere else in that list, would be like I would kind of have to call you out of pocket. But like 15 is okay. He's doing shit since that I haven't seen from a guard step on the scene since like Steph. When Steph stepped on the scene, it was like whoa. And it's like he's doing that right away. Whereas Steph was a few years before you said whoa.
Opposition to KD being 2?
Booker.
He's not 2 on mine.
KD is 2 on mine,
but I understand it. Yeah, he's close.
I think Claw and Giannis almost essentially have to like swap on your list to me. I think Claw is borderline out of pocket to put 7, but there's so many good players on this list that like I can't really say that.
If anything, I feel like it's out of pocket is
like
AD at 5.
It's like Luka, Steph, KD, LeBron. Like I can't really be too mad that you put them above him, but like in my eyes, it's like we're getting crazy talk. We're getting towards crazy talk to put him 7. I think the middle like nailed it. Like Dame, Tatum, Joker, that type of stuff is like pretty accurate. It can go kind of any way.
Anything else?
But yeah, Claw and KD essentially. All right, Claw and Giannis. I mean, essentially to me, like you almost have to like swap them. That's kind of crazy.
You said swap AD and Giannis?
No, Claw.
Those are the
Claw
only ones
and
I would
Giannis.
swap. Is
you would put
looking
AD,
now, I would put
3?
AD at 3 and then Giannis maybe 5.
I like to me.
Yeah. I like the idea. I like AD more than Giannis. I don't know about putting AD.
I'm a big time Giannis fan, dude. Like I'm not.
First thing I noticed on Terrence's list, his favorite basketball player is not on there. Russell
Brandon
Westbrook.
Ingram.
Top 15.
Russell Westbrook.
He's not even honorable mention either. No, dude. Westbrook's like 23.
It's a lot of good players in the NBA. It's tough when you get past number
and then
7.
My favorite basketball player, to be honest, so Jake, is not Russell Westbrook. I'm disappointed in you.
Was it Brandon Ingram? I thought I nailed it.
Steph?
Yeah, he's got
The
the man
fuck?
crush on Steph. Who we like? Book? Is it Book?
I'm
Definitely.
disappointed in you.
It's definitely
That-
Russell Westbrook because that guy will literally die.
He was
for
a
that
rookie
guy.
last year.
Oh, Ja. It's Ja. He does have a new guy. It's Ja. That's
Ja
fair.
Morant is
It is
definitely my
Ja.
favorite player.
That's fair.
Ja is like his new hot mistress, but Russell Westbrook is his rock. It's his rock.
Yeah, it is.
He goes
I'll
home.
always fight
He
for
goes
my
home
homie.
to Russ, bro. He goes home to Russ every night. He's like, "This is my. We're married, bro. That's his
But
guy."
when the cell phone turns off, it's all Ja. It's all Ja.
When he's
Sliding
out of
in
town,
games.
he's sliding into Memphis.
Hey, gotta replace him sooner or later.
Go ahead, Jake,
okay.
about the
Look at you
list.
two synchronized guys. At the same time.
We ummed up, bro.
All right, Zach, go ahead. Let me see your shit list.
Am I second?
Oh, Zach I just pressed screen share. Zach, hold up. You just
Okay.
All right,
go
what
ahead
another?
then.
Jake, go. Go ahead.
All right, Jake, you go ahead, buddy. You go ahead. You go second, dude.
ba ba da ba. Okay. Oh, sorry. Those are for later. So starting from the bottom, Jamal Murray, Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid. You're right. You can't leave Joel Embiid off because when he's actually healthy, I don't know if anybody else can be as boss as him.
Oh, this
Jimmy
guy has
B,
a Clipper fan too.
Paul George, 1,000% in the top 15.
This is crazy, Jacob. I just want the record to know when I eventually show my list, we did not contact each other
Not
at
at
all
all.
on our list.
Why are we pretty similar? I don't know
Yeah,
why it
it's
says.
pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, Giannis A because I wasn't even about to just get down with that last
Don't
name.
even try it.
Sleep.
For what?
You guys can't spell
We just-
Antetokounmpo off your head now, losers.
This is the breaking story. I have James Harden higher than somebody on this podcast. I am the most harsh on James Harden, and somehow he ended up higher on my list than Terrence. That's crazy.
This is more of a prove me, James. Like Bill, you just fought a rookie in practice.
Jokic, Steph
What are
Curry
we
is
doing?
8. Steph Curry is 8 to me, just because like Steph is awesome, and I agree, like he's amazing, but like I don't know, he's just not as well rounded as a lot of the other guys on this list. So I just was like, I'm not.
Did y'all hear the story about Harden though? Fighting his
Uh,
rookie teammate.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that. AD
Gotta
is
get
6
dropped.
for me, and there's no way he's going up anywhere near 3, in my opinion. Giannis 5, and then Luka.
Why is Kawhi so high?
I think he's the best two-way player in the game, not named LeBron James. Actually, he's probably better
And
two-way
AD's
than
not
LeBron.
a better two-way player.
Than Kawhi Leonard? No, AD can't guard perimeterly, and also inside as Kawhi can. Kawhi is a more complete player to me.
I don't know.
And also better playmaking wise for sure, Kawhi Leonard. So I would put Kawhi over KD
I don't know.
or Kawhi over AD for sure.
I don't know.
If anything, you could swap 2 and 3 for sure. Like, and I won't be mad. Like you had Kevin Durant.
I'm happy you got KD in your top 3 though.
100%, bro. Like I said, you had him at 2, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't have him at 2, but like, fuck it, he's still there. Like, if somebody's like Kevin Durant's number 2 to me, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, maybe.
He was the best player in the world before he tore his Achilles. He had
Damian
two Thermal
Lillard,
Pros.
I almost like Damian Lillard over Steph for sure to me. Like, I just, I don't know. I think maybe, and this is that recency bias I was just saying. Maybe because I ain't seen Steph play in a year, I was thinking Steph ain't what Steph is. Could be.
Anything's recency bias, and I have the same thing. Can you stop scrolling?
I know,
Joker,
like, I could see the whole 15. You don't have to show me the rest of your podcast
Sorry.
homework, buddy.
Joker at 9 was great. I couldn't put Embiid above him. Like, I had to put Joker first because Joker is just, he's fucking Joker. To answer Zach's question, who was number 16 that had to get taken out? He was originally 15, and then I swapped him. They went head-to-head in the bubble, dropping 50s back and forth. I had Donovan Mitchell there. And then I flipped it, and I said, I think I like Jamal Murray more. And I threw
Terrence
Jamal
just
Murray.
give an all hell no right there.
A disgusting one. He almost just ended our friendship over it. There was some real angst in there. Real
I like
angst
Mitchell,
and
but hell
disappointment.
nah. To be honest,
That
Jamal
was
Murray not top
great.
15 either, but I can get it. That's definitely the bubble bias, but I
So
get
that
it.
is where I
Paul
stand.
George also ain't top 15.
Ask
That's the
away,
homie, but he ain't top 15.
pick away. Let me know what you
Terrence,
think.
go first.
I can see it in your eyes.
Things
I mean,
that
you're not
jump out of
happy.
the things
If
that jump
looks,
out of
hey
this.
Zach, if looks could kill
discussing
right now, my guy
these-
Terrence, I would be dead 6 feet down right now.
You'd be
I'm gonna
16
tell you right
under
now.
with this
Jumping
list.
right off
He's
your
second.
list, I don't like Kawhi at 2.
Fair.
But okay,
That's
well,
too
we know
low
you
for
put him
me. I
second.
don't like Paul even in the top 15, and I don't have Jamal
think
Murray
that's fair
in
at
the
all.
top 15.
Did
either.
Paul not
Fair.
even make your honorable mentions, Terrence?
He
If I
said
can
he
ask?
did.
He was in my honorable mention.
Okay.
Paul's like
Okay.
16, 17. He needs to prove more. He didn't play
Okay,
like a top
okay.
15 player last year.
I don't know what more the guy's got to prove.
It's a lot.
What do you mean? He definitely got some shit to prove after this last season. That's fair. I think
That's
fair.
alarming. You don't think he has anything to prove, and if he,
No, he has
I'm
some
like-
to prove, but you guys are making it seem like he has like the world to prove. I'm like, my guy's still got
So-
like 20 whatever
okay,
and
and
7.
it's disrespectful to be the
Empty.
17th best
Empty.
player in the world. Oh, excuse
I
me.
mean, I'm like, I
I think
he
he's like a
definitely has lot to
lock
prove.
for a top 15. I think he's a lock for a top
I
15
know.
player in this league.
I think his talent is a lock for 15, and I think he's easily able to interchange right back into the top 15. But it's a prove it. Prove me that
Yeah,
you're top 15.
definitely prove it.
I almost wanted to put Tatum higher as well, but I was like,
My
like
brother's nasty.
to the proving thing. I was like, well, shit, you really ain't proved much yet either. So I kind of just got you off talent
3
alone.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, the East. What is that? What is that?
He's been in the league what 3 years, 4 years? Like the dude
Yeah.
keeps getting there, and he's
Tatum's
averaging a
amazing.
top.
Amazing.
He's averaging a dub every year. Like the man
think
can
that-
play. He's definitely
Okay.
gonna be there. Like if you're gonna
Um,
give Luka all that love, why is Tatum not getting so much more love?
Yeah, but come on, Luka's really playing at a higher level. I think we can all agree on that. No.
He's playing at a higher level, but not to where it's so much harder than Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is balling, and his team wins.
That's fair.
Uh,
I think
yeah.
Luke, or Jadam also has a better team.
Jadam.
Yeah, but
Tatum.
Boston isn't the most the wildest.
Still
team.
said
Jalen
Tatum.
Brown's a bad man though. It's a lot to do with him and Jalen Brown.
Jadam. I'm
boys
gonna
can
start
defend
calling him
too.
from now on. Jadam.
Yeah,
that team
every
is
time
nasty
you
though
talk
with
about this
defensive
fool in the
players.
group message, Jacob, you need to.
Jadam.
You just need to say Jadam.
Jaytum. Jadam.
Yeah.
Smart,
I wanna-
Brown, and Tatum. That's so nasty.
No,
to
Brown
have.
and
Okay,
Jadam.
That's a better defensive team than Kawhi, Bev, PG.
Zach eviscerated, or apparently talk it up because it
Who would
sounds
you
like we
rather
have the
have
same fucking.
defensively for that?
What? Say it again.
Real quick though, what 3 would you rather have defensively? Marcus Smart, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, or Paul George, Bev, and Kawhi?
George, Bev,
Kawhi,
and
because
Kawhi.
I get Kawhi. Literally, just that's the only factors.
I think I
Like,
go the
I
other
get
way.
Not
fucking
even
Kawhi.
that. Paul and Kawhi duo is better than anything
Yeah,
that you could
I
put
agree.
together with
I
that,
might
with
go
that
the
other
other way.
trio.
I really like Jalen Brown and Smart, and Tatum's a good defender as well. But Jalen Brown and Smart are fantastic defenders. But
I'm
that's
not
not
going to eviscerate it, Jake. I think
Do it. Don't hold back, dude.
think-
Don't hold
I-
back.
I can't eviscerate it. It's literally the same 15 names I have in a different order. It's literally the same 15 names.
All right, well,
That's
let's
why
see
when you
yours
put it
then.
up,
All right, let me
Because
get
I was
out of here.
tripping.
Let me get out of
Yeah.
here, Zach. Go ahead. That's too funny, dog. That's too funny.
I was like, this is nuts when
That's
I saw
fucking
your
nuts.
shit. That shit was
Never
crazy.
spoke a word about this to each other. Never.
At all. We just Terrence hit us and
Lies.
said, "Bring your top 15 to the
Swear
pod."
to God.
Like that's all he said, and we were
Lies.
like, "All right, bet."
These guys can't even
Say
do their homework
less.
alone. Cheaters. Hey, what'd you get for number
Um,
14? What'd you get for number 12? What'd you put for 7?
Do this,
Dude, I will tell the teacher if you try to cheat off me, Terrence. I will be like, he's cheating.
Yeah, but you
He's
won't tell on
cheating.
your brother.
Absolutely
but you
not.
tell on me.
Got your
See?
back, Zach.
That's my point. See?
Okay.
I will
so
tell
I'm
him
gonna
that you
do
cheated.
share.
Bro, do you know how to share the screen, dog?
I just had to make sure I didn't have my other podcast homework in screen like Jacob.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
trying to
smart,
be professional
yeah.
about this. You know what I'm saying?
That was definitely a Mark move, Jake.
So here we go. You guys can see this. Yes.
Let me get those bets though real quick.
Can we get, yeah, I'm like, can you get your like regular homework out of there though?
No, I can't. It's just gonna be on this little side screen.
Dude, give
I
me
guess I
this.
could go
Do
like
this. Do this. You will zoom in with your pad. This.
I am Jacob. But
Like, dude.
anyways, you can
in
see
the
my
middle,
15. Jake. Shut
diagonal.
the hell up. You could see I have a fucking Mac, Jake. Like I know how to fucking zoom. What are you telling me for? I've had a Mac
Then
for 10 years.
But you clearly aren't zooming.
Dude, it's not gonna go. You can't zoom in your notes like
Hold
that.
up,
I'm
wait,
doing
hold
it
up.
right
Go to
now.
window.
Wait,
Go to
wait,
window. Go to window.
wait.
Or
I
view.
think I got a magnifying glass in my closet so I can read Zach's list.
Window
Hold
or
on, let me
view,
go look.
Zach.
Holy
Definitely will
shit.
expand it.
That's crazy.
Look at my eyes. This is me trying to read Zach's list. I mean, what is that?
Will you
8
just
font?
go to window? Like literally at the top of the screen. Go to window or view. One of
Does
the
that
two.
help at all? No.
This guy.
No.
What part? Go to window and view.
Yeah,
Why
he's
you-
at. He
One of
can't
them.
hear
Yes. Zoom. This guy. What the fuck is that? Float on
Oh,
top?
that's actually better.
That's actually
Yeah,
way
that's
better. Now
actually way
zoom.
better though. All right, good move. Good accidental move.
Dude, Zach,
Zoom
next time
sucks.
you do pod homework, not 7 font.
So Zoom sucked by the
Whatever, that
yeah,
works.
little
Fuck
Zoom
it.
feature
Leave
there.
it like that, Zach. Don't do
Okay,
anything
so
else.
it's the same 15 names.
Oh
in
my
a
god,
different
this guy.
order.
The top four is the
this-
same.
Is exactly the same. The top four.
No, I had Giannis
Um,
at 4, didn't I? And then AD 5.
No, you had Luca
No, you had
at
Luka
4.
four.
Oh.
This guy has Giannis at 7. I feel like that's out of pocket. No, that's out of
That
pocket.
is out of pocket. I think I might have to call out of pocket on that for sure.
Not at all.
You hate this
Not
man.
at all.
Like,
I will
I
take
guess.
every single person above him on that list twice on Sunday. I'll be
Holy
honest.
shit. You guys are almost identical in this list.
That's what I said. When he pulled
Paul
his
was
up, I was
11 as
tripping.
well. Dame
Yeah.
was 9 too.
Yeah.
I don't know what you had
Dame
Harden.
was
He had
7.
Harden
I had Dame 7, and I had Harden 10. 9 was Joker on mine. And
You had
Zach has
Paul
him at
11,
10.
right?
I have Paul 11.
That's crazy.
Dude,
And Murray was 15 on your site.
Murray was 15. We both got Embiid at 13. No, Zach's got him at 12. I lied.
That's crazy. It's fucking
It is
twins.
really
Look at y'all
crazy.
just changing up your shit.
Twins. Doo 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 doo.
So Zach's
Yeah.
the guy that doesn't answer any phone calls or text messages. It's cool.
oh yeah, my shit's been going up.
Oh yeah, probably.
So my honorable mention, who I had in here and then I had to take out was Bradley Beal. Was my number one. Like that's 16 to me. Was Bradley Beal. I had him right there. I also had
No love
like
for Towns?
Nobody
D-Book.
else had
All
love for
guys that
Mitchell.
were there were no Mitchell. Honestly, didn't go near my 15. Sorry, buddy.
Top 25.
Kyrie. I had like Kyrie.
Nope.
I had
I did not have Kyrie.
Booker, Trey Young. Those guys and Bradley Beal were like guys that, and Cat were all guys that like I had right there that I had to like make decisions on. And my recency bias took over, and that's why I put Murray and Butler. Those are like the two spots that were kind of up for grabs.
Oh, we didn't do most improved.
But yeah, that's pretty crazy that we had literally the exact same 15 names, Jake. I did not see that coming.
Yeah,
I wanted to
not
share
at
my
all.
list that's hilarious and crazy. Good shit, man. Great list. I liked your list, man.
Zach, I think if I had to guess, if I had to give a take, Zach, I would say you have the right 15 names. I would say that.
Thanks, man. I think you have the right 15 names too. I think you just have like this weird thing where you get like certain guys mixed up above other guys. But I think like your
you got this
15
weird
names.
thing. You got this
I
weird
think your
thing where you
15
don't-
names nailed it, man.
You got this weird thing where you don't like 7-foot Greeks who can handle the ball and dribble down the court in 2 dribbles and dunk.
Sounds
got
like
this
you
weird thing.
guys
You
are
got this weird thing where you don't like
twinning
that.
right now.
I don't like those guys
And
at
this
all.
podcast is against twinning.
Those guys.
Oh, that's crazy. I
Terrence
thought it
feels like
was all-
Squidward.
I
Terrence feels like
thought it was-
Squidward
I
right
thought it
now.
was all 4 interacting with each other awesomely.
Terrence feels like Squidward, and we're outside playing in that meme.
Yeah, get out of here. Giannis is the man. You guys don't know anything.
Okay, but yeah, so that's
Wait,
my
you
list. You don't have
guys,
to go
I
too
had
far into
Giannis
it.
top 5. Whoa, dude, don't lump me in with this guy.
How crazy
I don't hate-
that it
I
was
don't hate
literally the same
Giannis.
15 names.
All right, so Jake, you went MVP Luca. Zach,
I
who you
we
indeed
got?
definitely
went
saw
Luca.
that.
I indeed
I
went
went-
Luca.
Ready for this? I feel like this is a good one. Dame time. I think Dame gets his MVP.
Oh, interesting. I
I
think
like
it's
that. And they're the
too-
3 seed. They're the 3 seed.
Here's my thing with that, Zach. Here's my thing is I think that this award is definitely like a media thing that they like push from jump, right? Like they're gonna try to. We all know how it is. Like
Same.
LeBron would have won 9 of them, 10 of them, whatever. Kobe would have won 7 of them if they really cared about this award. But they're gonna try to push it as they always do to who's next. So Luka
I
Doncic.
don't know. Zach might be
Dame-
onto something with that Dame one.
Dame is too far gone. I feel like it's too late for him to get it. They would have already gave it to
he
him.
got all the bubble
No.
love. He's getting all the hype coming this year. Like, to your point, I think that's why he's going to win MVP.
Fair, very fair.
If he gets his team to 3 seed, he can win MVP.
That's
My pick
why
was Luka Doncic as well, though.
Great minds
For all
think.
this-
Ooh. No,
I
feel
just
like
think Luka's
Squidward.
gonna average 30 and like almost a triple double. So it's like, and his team probably is a top 5 team, so he's gonna win it. But dude, if Dame gets his team to a 3 seed, you're 100% right.
He could be up there. 100.
Like that roster this year, I feel like they improved.
That isn't the one I think is spicy though. What do you guys have for Coach of the Year?
Okay, I think I might have spiciest one. Should I go first or last?
You can go first.
James Borrego, Charlotte Hornets, 7 seed, Coach of the
Wow.
Year with LaMelo as Roy. I'm crystal balling today, bro.
Zach,
I'm crystal balling.
hey, Zach, we've been watching. This is important. Compliments, take backs, all that shit. I want to compliment you on just bringing it today, bro.
You know what I'm
just
saying,
brought
dude?
it. You just brought it,
I'm
dude.
fucking,
Jake,
I'm reading shit like a fucking laser beam eyes.
I like that. We're gonna talk about that pick, Zach. But go ahead, Jake. I love that pick.
Clippers are top 3 seed. Ty Lue.
Oh my god, this guy.
Oh my god, I'm fucking take backs. I apologize on my brother just
I
said
had
that.
to mute him. He's
Ew.
He's too Clipper heavy. This guy's
Dude,
everything's
so
Clipper right
long.
now. Mute this guy in the box.
This was
in the
and you know
box.
what's crazy is this is the exact. It's like this fool just didn't even do his homework. He brought last year's opening game episode homework to the podcast this year.
This guy all Clipper heavy, man.
Go ahead, Terrence. What do you got? Tell me, Terrence. Jesus, Jacob should have gone first with
I
that
thought I had
shit
the
pick.
spicy. Honestly,
This
you
is
should
bullshit. When Terrence is done, I'm going to explain why this isn't that absurd. Go ahead. But
Okay,
Terrence,
we'll give you your time. Terrence, go ahead.
It's
We'll give
not
that at the end
absurd,
of the
but
coaches.
I'm just not surprised you went Clipper. That's why I went there because I'm just not surprised you said the Clipper.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
because
fuck.
it's not a bad pick, Jake. He could win it, but I'm just not surprised you went Tyler.
Get the fuck
Like, damn, dude.
Who do you got, Terrence?
Way to take a risk.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh.
I guess I went Luka and Ty Lue.
I
I
had
did
the
it.
craziest one. But
I don't know. Zach just came with Barek.
Yeah, exactly. But I will go to bat for this one. Lloyd Pierce, Atlanta Hawks.
Oh,
good
I
pick.
like
Both of you guys
it.
brought good pick. God, I feel like a piece of shit with my pick now.
Yeah, you should.
That's why you was in the
should.
box.
I just went with who I really thought was gonna win, not like out on a limb. I just
You
thought
don't really think that. Shut
I
up.
do.
No, you don't.
You just picked one of the best teams in the league. That's not a hard pick. Like I'm thinking a guy who's actually coaching.
Yeah,
Like, he's
I'm like,
coaching
who's
his team
putting
up.
shit together in his head, like, and watching
Also,
it
who
come
might
to fruition?
win is Mike Malone because Mike Malone's a fantastic coach. In Denver.
100%.
They might win as well because they could be.
coming
But they
in.
could
He's
fuck around to be the number one seed.
new
Here's what's
coach,
crazy
locker
about
room
Lloyd
in
Pierce.
turmoil. If he
Terrence.
finishes
Well,
the
they might
top
be the number
3
one seed
team,
because the Lakers don't care. Actually,
Yeah.
that's another
Here's,
good pick.
Here's the
Mike Malone.
crazy thing about Lloyd Pierce, Shake. Before we let you get your piece off, we wanted to hear Terrence's. I have something for it. Lloyd Pierce is in this weird dimension where if his team plays as good as they are, he can win Coach of the Year. And if they flounder and are the Hawks, he's going to lose his job. He might be hot seat if they don't do well
Possibly.
this year. So like that's a crazy dynamic that neither of these other two guys that we picked have. But I like Lloyd Pierce. I'm all over the Hawks. This is a very
I don't know if his
Hawks
seed is
friendly
hot
podcast
this year, but you're right though, Zach. If they flat and
I think
don't
the
do well,
East, the back end of the
it
East
could
is
get
very
weird.
up for grabs. It, like literally 5 through
they could be
8
top
is
5
completely
teams.
up,
They could be
up,
top
up through
6.
grabs. So like if the Hawks are the Hawks and they end up 10 or 11 again, like I low key think if you fire him, it's justifiable.
super
I can see
justifiable.
that. I can see that.
But
He
at
just
the,
made
and like
dumb
I said,
moves this
if he's a
offseason.
5, 6,
Dumb
even a
moves.
7 seed, he could get Coach of the Year. He's in like that weird dynamic where like this is a big year coaching for him. Those
Like I
type of
had Trey
guys
Young in my
I
top
like for
15.
picks.
So if Trey Young takes that step to be in the top 15, that team should be winning a lot of ball games. And they're doing what they got to do.
I like
but-
Lloyd Pierce a lot. That's a good pick.
Go ahead, Jake. Let's
Go
hear
ahead, Jake.
why
Let's hear it.
Ty Lue,
Why's
the
Ty Lue
Mr.
getting it?
Obvious.
Look,
We're gonna
dude,
pick Frank Vogel.
I didn't just pick a good coach, like a good team. This guy, I thought who's got a possibility to win a ton of games and has like circumstances around him, right?
Okay.
So Ty Lue obviously in a incredible position to win a ton of fucking games this year. But like your first year coach, I think first year coach definitely gets a look for this award a lot because it's like you're a new situation. How are you adapting? Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Locker room, which was previously in turmoil. So if the Clippers come out of this year very successful with like a healthy locker room, that always falls on coaching.
Okay.
I can see it. I can see it.
Is that it? Is
Why
fight
does no
over?
one agree?
Yeah, I mean, dancing around this fucking question like a dancer. Ding! That's another reindeer.
Okay. How many you got down?
Prancer?
I think I got Vixen left.
It's
Rudolph.
Prancer, isn't it though?
Donner?
I pranced into another
Let
one.
me know how
earlier.
you're going to get Donner in this podcast.
What's
brother.
crazy, Zach, is it's not even Donner, it's Donder, like Donder. So I don't know.
Sure.
That's
Let
a
me know
tough
you're
one.
going to get Donder in here.
I got Vixen, Cupid, Donder, Blitzen, and
Blitzen.
Rudolph left. So fuck. We'll see how many I can get through.
It's going to be tough to get Blitzen in here with no football.
Who was the guy Miles Garrett hit?
Miles Rudolph.
No, his name is.
What's
Oh,
his
it
name?
is. Wait, it is Miles Rudolph, right? Kyle is the tight end.
You're both
It's
wrong.
not either. It's not either.
Mason.
You're
Mason. Fuck.
It's Mason Rudolph. I'm like, what? This guy said Kyle Rudolph, tight end. And then you said Miles Rudolph. I'm like, no, it's Miles
I don't
Garrett.
even know who that is.
Look,
I
dude.
set this guy up for a softball and he missed
I'm
it.
just still starstruck on the guy talk we had about Shamar Moore and shit. You know, Cupid's got me. Ding! There's another one.
Oh, nice. That was well done.
man,
Okay,
Lloyd
so coach of the year.
Pierce, but yeah, finish with Charlotte.
Zach, that's
Oh,
good.
I-
I want to hear this. That's good.
Okay, so again, like you say, like young coaches, situations, like that type of thing you look at. I think Charlotte is the like pop of the
They might
league
be.
this year. The shock team. Like you have one every year. You have a shock that like comes through. The back end of the West was full of them last year. The Hawks had moments early where they wanted to be that team last year.
He got a little impact.
with LaMelo is such a fascinating rookie. He's like, in a sense, like LeBron. Like, he doesn't come in as a rookie. He's like, in a sense, like Luka. He comes in years ahead of his years in the NBA. Like, he's a rookie, but you essentially look at his mind and ability as like a third or fourth year player because he's been playing overseas. He's so well rounded. He's so
his brother's a pro. His oldest brother was an NBA.
I mean, he's been playing professional basketball for 4 years now.
But yeah, think when LaMelo went league, who do you think was there at some of those workouts with him? His
right.
Yeah, every chance he got, I'm sure of it. And so with that rookie who's now going to be your leader there, they don't have like outside of Gordon, you know, like that's the two leaders. I think that team,
like Devontae Graham,
back end of the East, as I said, wide open. Like, I think Charlotte's a 7 seed. I'm fully ready to say it on day one. Like, Charlotte's going to go to the playoffs, and if that happens, you're looking at LaMelo as Roy.
They don't have enough talent though.
How are you in the play? I think they do. Devontae Graham, PJ Washington, Miles Bridges, now LaMelo. But like, there is enough talent.
Y'all hear Miles Bridges rap? That boy can spit.
Back end of that Eastern Conference too. I'm like, if it goes the way I'm picturing it, you're gonna have the Roy, you're gonna have Gordon Hayward, who if he produces, they're gonna be in the playoffs, possibly most improved player of the year, restoring his name. You know what I'm saying? If these things happen and they're in the playoffs, you're gonna look at that coach and be like, this team shouldn't be there. Boom, my coach of the year.
18 and stability is all they need from Gordon Hayward. That's it. Literally all they need.
They can go to the playoffs with that, and he could be in the running for most improved and get his name back on the map and respect again. If that happens, all those type of storylines create a media happy frenzy, a NBA Twitterverse frenzy of love for the Hornets.
Charlotte got a nice little, literally Buzz City. They got a nice little buzz down there. I like it. And then it's just a cool culture down there. You got Bridges rapping, and Dwayne Bacon is on one of the songs, and he could rap. I was like, oh, this is hot. Your boys down there making the culture.
Scary cool. Terry's still over there. He got to get his respect back too. There's talent there. There's talent there. I'm big on Hornets. That's like my secret squad. I'm riding for this year. Man, but I agree. I'm not against.
They got too many guards down there now, though. But he's not Scary Terry can play though, but they need a big.
Yeah,
but I like that pick though. Like, that's a good pick. What we got for rookie of the year? You already said yours, LaMelo. I think we all had LaMelo. Let's just have LaMelo as well.
I have LaMelo.
So who's your other person you're gonna have?
So in case something were to happen to LaMelo, dear God, please no.
Not even just that. Like, the other rookie plays better,
or he just flops. I'm sticking with Denny.
Right. Or the other guy just plays better. Nothing bad to LaMelo has to happen in this scenario.
Yeah, like LaMelo could play really well. This other guy just plays better.
Jake's like, career-ending injury, or he just ends up sucking terribly bad.
I don't envision LaMelo playing well and anybody playing better. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I don't envision that happening. So it would have to be an outside circumstance.
Go ahead.
I'm sticking with Denny. I still like the whole like young play or like a team where he can get a lot of minutes and a lot of
playoff
action.
Team.
Possibly a playoff team.
Wow. I for that earlier. Damn.
Tough. So if not LaMelo, I'm gonna stick with Denny Avdia, or we always fuck up how to say it. God damn it, it's a tough one. But Denny, I'm gonna go with Denny.
Denny. T. Scott, we got. You
all right. Mine. This is tough. I thought back and forth about this, but I did watch him in preseason, and he actually had the ball in his hands a lot, and they wanted him to score. And I'm gonna go with the number 1 pick. Anthony Edwards legit might win this over LaMelo Ball anyway. Like, they're putting the ball in his hands.
None of us really even gave him a shot here until you. That was nice. That's very good. Like, I mean,
Anthony Edwards might win it even with, like, that's why I kept saying, he may just play better. Like, LaMelo could have a fantastic year, and Edwards may average 20.
Interesting.
Like, they're putting a ball in his hands, and they want him to score. And
let him go.
Who else is there to score outside of D'Lo and Cat? So it's like they need their third scorer. They're gonna let him go. They drafted him.
I like that a lot. His jump shot is better than I anticipated. Not that I was
He's
worried
like NBA
about
perf.
it, but like, that's always something you look to. And the line goes back, courts feels a little bigger. Less spacing to shoot. Like, you always worry about a jumper coming out of college. His looks pretty good. Like, I'm not against.
You can just tell, like, when he was at Georgia, they were still running college. So that's the thing about like high level NBA prospects when they go to college. Like, man, I gotta run these sets and shit. Like, nah, man. Like, yeah, I could run your sets and stuff, but like, we're playing in a system now. NBA is not really about a system. Like, that plays and stuff, but most plays are just to get you to your spot and then go to work. So it's like in the NBA, it's like, okay,
boom, 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 got to my spot. Now the play is for me to get a bucket. Instead, Skylar just like back screen. Ooh, pin down. Now you come off the screen, shoot the jump shot. Like, man, this is robotic. So Anthony Edwards definitely has the chance to be special for the Timberwolves. And they're going to put the ball in his hands. Even if he starts or not, they want him to score. So that's what I think. I might switch that in general. I think that might be the rookie of the year in general.
I like the Edwards a lot. I think, and you guys were saying this, and even though I don't support Tar Heel players recently,
Cole Anthony, I love it.
I think Cole Anthony is someone to keep an eye on if we're not looking at LaMelo.
I gotta start holding you guys accountable.
I'll be begrudgingly saying it. I'm not a Tar Heels guy. I started off by saying that. Like, I'm typically not a Tar Heels guy.
Well, we did kind of slander Cole Anthony.
But shit, like,
no.
I did slander him. I did.
Not only that, you made me feel stupid for trying to say he's good. You made me feel stupid.
I'm not sure he's good.
You guys got to start being held accountable during basketball season. Because last year we did it with me and the Nuggets. We did it with me and the Nuggets, and it was like, oh, Jacob didn't say shit about the Nuggets. When I was on Nuggets opening night,
that's not true either.
No, it was 100% true. And then
that's not.
Then the Nuggets hit the bubble, and
it's
like
the one that clips our videos here.
Oh my God!
You're the clipper. How about you the one that start clipping us to hold us accountable? You clip.
First off, the discussion was never that you didn't say you liked the Nuggets.
No,
the discussion has always been Terrence was there first, and I still agree.
False.
Which is false. Jake was there first, but then what happened was I went to the bank and bought more stock than he had.
Maybe
big bank takes little bank.
Maybe.
So enjoy your little pesos, and I just put a mansion here, so I got.
And then we had draft coverage, and I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie about that.
Cole Anthony is kind of dope.
I didn't like him.
And then you guys are like, look at me on this pedestal. Talk down on little Jacob who thinks Cole Anthony's good. How
I don't think it necessarily went like that. I think we respectfully said we don't like Cole Anthony as a draft prospect.
I think it was probably like this. What about Cole Anthony? Nah, fuck him.
Fuck him. I don't like Tar Heel guys. Name me the last Tar Heel guy that came out and did something, Jake. Please, because I remember the homie was telling me Theo Pinson was going to be tight, and he stunk.
Well, that was me.
That guy doesn't. That guy's not on the podcast, so he can't really back his name entirely. Yeah, Terrence. It was Terrence.
No, I actually said it was. What I said was, and I was right about this. I was watching North Carolina games because I can't believe you mentioned this because it's a feather in my cap because I was watching the game and I was like, Theo Pinson's league, and you was like, what the fuck? No, he's not. Guess who's in the NBA? Ha!
Is he even rostered
still?
Brother
was a perennial player. I didn't get you.
He was on the Nets.
He was an NBA player.
I don't think he's been on the Nets for a while.
I don't give a damn. He's cutting an NBA check. You know how many people do not cut NBA checks? I told you he was an NBA player. I didn't tell you he was an NBA All-Star player. I just said he was an NBA player. I never gave you no minutes.
This is true.
Feather in my cap.
But yeah, I'm not big on Tar Heel guys, Jake. But he's he's turned some eyeballs. I've been looking at him. He looks okay.
He might be okay. I don't like North Carolina, but Cole Anthony grew up with a pro dad. So it's kind of hard for me to think you won't succeed. And it's kind of like what I was just saying with Anthony Edwards. Dude, you was running them sorry ass sets at North Carolina. So I'm sorry I was jaded by Roy Williams ruining you because you was cold as hell at Oak Hill. So what was I thinking to say that? Like that's my fault. So me and Zach trying to get early.
I wish I could blitz into both of your apartments and beat your ass. Ding! Nailed it, Zach. I did it.
No, that was nice. That was good.
I didn't even hear it.
I wish I could blitz into both of your apartments and beat your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, sometimes guys get better. You see it with your eyeballs, and you come over and you tell people that they got better.
Where did Cassius what do you want from me? Stanley go? He went to the Pacers.
Oh, is that where he went?
That's my dog. I did like him a lot, but I'm not.
I like that because if he can learn behind Victor, that could get weird.
Which Cassius are you more excited for, Stanley or Winston?
Stanley, but Winston's gonna play first.
Interesting. Yeah, Zachary.
Winston's probably gonna be a good point guard. Like, he's one of those guys that's like, man, he's an NBA guard. He played 4 years. What is he gonna do? He just plays 12 years.
I love 4 years. I love 4 year guys. I always say it. I love it
because they know how to get. They know how to play the game. They know how to for sure.
And I feel like they're like more professional early on about their process. I'm not saying like one and dones don't become professional or even don't come in professional. Some of them do, but obviously,
you're right, though.
If you're a 4 year guy. Right, exactly. If you're a 4 year guy, like you've matured so much through college, your coach was probably like, most of these D1 coaches, obviously not Greg Marshall. That guy's a fucking lunatic.
You went to school for 4 years. You actually went to class.
Right, and like your coach,
Yeah.
I
like
class for 4
exactly.
years. Like,
your coach, like
Not possible.
mentored you into being a better man, which most of these D1 coaches are really good at. Like helping groom these young men for livelihood. Like you know how to be a pro sooner than these kids.
and you know how to play with stars because if you went 4 years, you weren't always the best player on your team. So
Yeah.
you know how.
Good point.
Especially
Very
if you
good
went
point. I didn't think of
if
that.
you went
Good
to a
point.
bigger program, unless you're like Dame Lillard, but if you went to a bigger program and played 4 years, you've seen guys come in and out of there who was one and done, 2-year guys who are in the NBA now. So you had to adapt to play with those guys and learn how to do it. Like another good instance of
Good
who's
point.
a
I
great
didn't
team
think of that.
player
That's a good point.
is what's his name? Patrick Patterson. That's why
Yes.
Patrick Patterson can play on any
Pat.
good team because he's a fantastic teammate and role
Just
player
a
because
pro.
he went to Kentucky.
And
It's
always
like,
ready.
Yeah, I could play in. I could come in and knock down shots. I'm ready to play, but at the same time, I'm perfectly fine with having you guys play because it's levels to this shit. I played with AD. I played
Pat
with
Pat's-
John Wall.
Pat is
Was
so
he on that
wild.
team? That was that team, right? The John
believe.
Wall Bledsoe
Yep.
team.
He's wild. He'll
Like
go
the team.
3.5 weeks without any minutes, and then injuries or something will happen, foul trouble. Yeah, bro comes in a game, he'll be like 2 for 4 from 3. Like, what's up? Fuck
I don't
it.
know why he doesn't play more. Dude don't play no defense though, and he doesn't rebound well. But
That's
he can
probably
shoot
why.
the hell out of the ball.
Bro, he won't play for 3.5 weeks. I'm not kidding. Like 12 straight games, no appearances, and then he'll come in, play 14 minutes, and be like 3 of 7 from 3. And
Was
I'm
that
like,
all we had? Was
shit.
that the last of the list?
That was the last of the list I
I
had.
always like to have fun with like your way too early finals predictions is something I always like to have fun with on opening day. If anyone has those, we
I
can
will
do that.
not
If
pick the Clippers. I will
Lakers,
think of a
Celtics.
different one. I'm gonna go neither LA team. I'm gonna go. God, I'm debating
Grow up,
between
Jake.
2 different teams.
Now
right
now's the time.
Now
and
you don't want to
don't.
be on the Laker list. Like what?
Guys backwards today.
Fuck,
dude.
Okay, so I picked
Who you
Ty
going?
Lue.
Pack it up and
and
go
the
home.
reason
Pack it up
was
and go home,
not-
Jake. Pack your shit up. Go home. You come back next week with your head on straight.
I'm gonna
Okay.
box myself.
Who are you going? Who are
In
you going?
case I don't go to the box myself.
I want to know who he was picking though. Is this guy going
Go
Denver?
ahead, Jake. Let me know. Let me hear.
I don't know. I'm still debating between 2 teams
Okay.
out west. Zach, you go.
I've learned something.
You're
about
debating.
doing
Wait,
this-
hold on.
this
We
side-
can't skip over that. You're debating between 2 teams out west and neither are LA.
Well, I want to
What he
pick.
said.
I want to try to pick a finals with neither LA team, so I'm not so biased today. Apparently,
Don't bet on that, then, dude. That's just throwing money in.
No,
your
this is the way.
fire.
This is the way
It's the
too
way-
early pick.
All right, look. So I've learned something by doing my side project, Sports Profits, and the betting. Like, you don't bet against the brand, Jake. Now's the time to go. It's Clippers and Celtics in the finals. You goof.
Yeah,
what
like
are you
this
doing?
is at the end of the day,
Don't
like
be
bottom line
dumb.
where all the money is.
Come
at.
on,
Like,
bro.
All right, Clippers.
Clippers,
but it
Celtics
probably
this
won't,
year.
it won't be the Celtics. I'll pick the Clippers.
Clippers,
because I was gonna pick
Celtics,
Clippers before
Clippers
you guys
win it.
bullied me today.
That's who
In
you
all
have,
realness, though,
Clippers, Celtics?
that's
No, I don't
me,
have Celtics.
That's me being jokes. I don't have that. Honestly, in all realness, the rivalry's renewed. It's Lakers Celtics. In all realness, to me,
That's
if
what
I
I
give like a
have. That's
serious.
the
I
same.
pick.
don't have Celtics. I don't think they're as good as they were last year. I told you guys that. Out of the
Right, they're
East,
better.
I would think Giannis. I still think the Bucks are still due. I'll go Clippers Bucks again. That's what I did last year. Fuck.
Look at Jacob.
No,
I
but
told you,
it's-
he just copy and
it's-
pasted his homework from first game.
I can tell you
It's
now,
all-
it's not the Clippers. I can't see the Lakers unless
It's
we
not.
have an injury.
I like the
can't
Lakers.
see the
I,
Lakers not winning.
I went to
Lakers
make
repeat
a-
rivalries
But
renewed.
Bucks Celtics should be the Eastern Conference Finals, and that should be a match.
I
That
went
should be a
to
match.
I went to make my sheet and
I have Celtics too, but it should.
I
be a
just
match.
searched my finder for 2020 NBA stuff, and then I just pulled that up and just put the top 15 on top of it. Didn't even make a new one.
I was like, this
Apparently.
one, Jacob
Just
got the
titled
same
it.
homework
Just
as
put the
you.
same one up. Titled it 2021 instead. Fuck it.
This guy had Kawhi too. That's wild to me.
Zach
I
had
would
him too.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Claw,
Jake, you had a-
baby.
one more
Claw,
time, Jake.
baby.
You had a good 15 players,
Hey
brother.
man, look. Your
Your 15
order,
players look good.
your
they look
order
good.
could change. I won't lie to you, dude.
Yeah,
But
yours
I think
could.
the
Yours could definitely
names.
change.
I think the names were good.
They were good 15 names. Terrence, I'm sorry, man.
You know
I'm
who I
sorry.
wouldn't
You
put
have
in
like
yours?
12
I
good
wouldn't.
names.
You know who I wouldn't
I
put
had
in our
15
15 names.
right on the
I
nail,
wouldn't put no
all
Trey
15.
Young. I wouldn't put no Trey Young. You know, I think that's
I
where
don't
Terrence
know.
went wrong. I think
Yeah, you know, D Booker. Like, come on, dude, grow up.
elite,
Oh, God, just the top 15 players in the league.
elite young players. What is this guy thinking? Elite young players. What is this guy
And
Terrence
you
thinking?
put
dude?
wash stars
Come
like
on,
Paul
man.
George. What are we
Whoa,
doing?
whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa, dude, whoa.
Whoa! This the other team. I forgot. It's two Clippers.
Do
guys.
not
My
bring
bad.
out.
Just kidding.
This guy Paul George is not Maytag, bro. He is not Whirlpool. He is not washed.
Nah,
Absolutely
he's
not.
just a very
Lost in the sauce is
t-shirt.
what he is. He's got some Kyrie in him where he gets.
Nah, I'm joking.
lost in
Paul's
the
nice as
sauce.
shit, dude, and I hope he comes back and like lets the world
Right.
know. And that's why
Say
he's
it.
16 or 17 on my list. And
He did get honorable
easily-
mention. I can't hate. He did get honorable mention.
He
I
could
can't-
be right back to top 10, maybe. But even if he does hit the top 10, it's some nice
I
dudes
had
in the
him
league,
10,
man.
and then I
It's
moved
a
him
lot
to
of
11.
nice dudes in the league, man. Like, this is not a slight to him either that he isn't top
It's not.
15. Like,
I
Ja
did
Morant could be in
expect.
the top 15. It's so many
No.
good guards.
I
Oh
told
my
you
God, dude. The point guards could
9 to
be so
30
good.
is nuts. 9 to
Yeah.
30 is nuts.
I did
in the league.
expect Terrence to have Westbrook at like 13, 14, 15. I won't lie.
No, I knew he wasn't going to make the cut.
I
When I made my
full-fledged
list, I knew
expected
there
that.
was no way. I knew there was no way.
Nah, if we would have went top 20, maybe I would have put him in there like at
Yeah.
19
Fuck,
or
he might have
20.
made my
But
top 20.
if he was top, actually, let me not be stupid. Russell Westbrook's a top 20 player. I'm going to just say it right now.
I don't
But
know
top
if the next
15,
5 names included Westbrook on mine. I don't know if they did.
That's tough either, though, because we did 0-15.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause I
telling
got-
you.
It would have to be one of
it
your next
sounds like
5.
such a big number, and it's tough. There's so many good players.
Because I'm going to have in my next 5 would be Cat, PG, Ben Simmons, even though
Bradley
Ben Simmons
Beal.
could fall out of it.
Bradley Beal over Ben Simmons, right? Like,
Yes.
shit.
Exactly. Those 3 are in there for sure.
It's tough. Then maybe Westbrook right there, like 19.
Yeah.
But
That's
for guys
another
like
big
me,
man.
like I still haven't put D.
Are we
Book,
forgetting
you know,
any
like-
big? Are we forgetting any big?
Cat.
Who? I said
Cat?
Cat.
Oh.
Cat was in my 3. I said Cat, PG, and Bill.
As far as top like 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute this guy again. Get out of here. Dude's gonna
As
say,
far as top like
move
15,
boys.
20, I think Embiid, Joker, and Cat are like the bigs you go to right away. Porzingod's got to be close to your 15, 20.
Hey,
Hey, fuck
dude,
y'all.
he's
Zubac,
not- hell no,
Zubac
he's
made
not
y'all
there.
laugh. I don't give a fuck. That was funny.
No, that was fantastic.
We've
I'm
been
thinking about
watching
that, though.
anything.
Oh,
Or we just
Bam.
been
Bam
watching-
might be in that as well.
Bam. Bleacher Report him as the 20th best player in the league, by the way, in case you're curious.
They had Trae Young 20. They had Bam like 18 or 19.
Yeah.
They had him.
Okay. He was in there.
What did
Yeah,
you
they
have,
had
Zach?
Trae Young 20 because I seen that. I was like, these idiots.
I said, have you guys been watching anything or anything like that? You know.
Oh my god, I've been watching something and I get to nail another another reindeer off the list. You ready?
Okay, cool. Let me hear.
I've been watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy, by the way. Just fucking great. I mean, I think I like
is.
Star Wars
It's-
more, but the movies as a whole, like Lord of the Rings movies are better.
Did I miss
1000%.
the keyword? I didn't hear it.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, been watching my guy Samwise Gamgee lead my boy Frodo like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer led Santa through the night. Ding!
No, that was terrible. I was.
Didn't
expecting
you already
so
say
much better.
Rudolph with the Mason Rudolph?
Nah, dude, but that was cheap, man. You let me into it. I gotta try to come up with them. That was a cheapie.
Well, I saw you struggling. This brother's starving.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man.
Hey, my boy
Hey, this
Brian,
brother's starving.
Brian Apracio, if you are listening to this episode, you are crushing it with that video, my guy. You are like every time I see that, this brother's starving. Look at this brother, he's starving.
Funniest videos out.
Every time that pops up in my timeline, you've been crushing it with uses. So good on you, mate.
Shout out to anyone with a great meme game because I have a fantastic meme game that's very appreciated.
Meme gift game
It's sad.
strong. Respected over here.
Yeah, your one on the superpowers, Terrence, was really good. You had a couple good ones. I'm sorry we had to break it to Zach that he was not eligible for superpowers.
Yeah,
I
that
just
was
like
hella
hopped into
funny.
the group chat and thought you guys were being
Oh,
funny. I was
Christopher
like,
Columbus
yeah.
and his powers over here. This guy,
said, I woke
Then
up
I
with
realized-
wings.
We're getting powers, huh? What
I was like, we're all
going
getting
on, kids?
superpowers. That sounds exciting. I
Zach
thought the
almost
group
made me
chat
feel
was-
like there was a.
I didn't realize what was going on.
That shit
Oh,
was
yeah.
so funny.
It was
Zach
like
Columbus.
I felt
It
like
was funny.
you remember when Peter Griffin opens the book and he finds out he's like 1/25 millionth black or whatever. That's what I felt like. When Zach said
that shit was funny.
I was
as
like,
hell.
damn, Zach, we're like 1/75th black. That's crazy.
But
That
what
is cool.
I've been watching
It was
actually
crazy.
is I had a show. Damn, what show is it? Oh, I watched Hoop Dreams, like you said. I did go back and rewatch Hoop Dreams. That's a fantastic.
Oh yeah,
movie.
did you like it or what? It was good, huh?
I had seen it before,
prep-
but
It's a tough break for the prep dude with the
Prep
bad
school
knee.
is difficult in general,
But he ends up going
That
to
was a good
Marquette.
ass
I mean,
movie.
could be worse. You know, he gets 4 year to Marquette. It's pretty good.
but it's a good movie though, and I went back to watch it.
I did not expect the turnaround for the inner city guy for their team to be like that. Like that was so crazy. It's so tight. The other kid is so tight.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either. Honestly, a lot of it was a twist, but that's the whole reason why you're watching the movie.
It's so real. That's what's great. Is it really is like just extremely raw and real.
Shit like that I
which
want to
is
be able to
cool.
shoot eventually. Stories like that are crazy to be able to tell.
What's up, Jake?
What you got, Jake?
I just I
Think-
was trying to look up ways to use Donner, which actually you could say Donder is also called Donner. And the first thing that
What
came
do you have left? Just that one?
That's
Donner and Vixen.
That's easy.
Mm.
And well, the first thing that came, I was like, well, how am I going to use it? So I started like Google things with Donner, and the first thing that came up was the Donner Party. If anybody remembers who that was,
Oh yeah, they're psychopaths.
it's the people. Well,
I
they're
was
not
thinking of Chris
psychopaths.
Joyner.
They're not
I was thinking of
psychopaths, Zach.
Joyner.
They just wanted to survive, dude. They didn't do it like
people?
okay. Well, they were part of the Oregon Trail and they got stuck in the snow. So it's not
They
like
ate
they
each
were.
other, right?
Yeah, they started eating people. It's not like they were like, well, fuck it. It's a healthy summer evening. Let's eat some people. It was like, well, it's either eat this guy who's already died.
Okay, real quick. Are you gonna eat somebody if you're dying?
I
Are you
don't
freezing
know,
to death?
dude. Who knows what it's?
What a
And these are
turn.
crazy. This is
What a
like the
turn. I like it.
1800s.
Whoa,
Who
Trent said
knows?
that's out. Eating people is out.
I feel like in today's day and age, no. Like I'm gonna be. I don't
Why?
know.
Bro, you wake up tomorrow morning, smoldering apocalypse. Fast forward now 6 months, you're starving, trying to survive.
I don't know,
Can
man.
you
I
eat
don't
somebody?
know. I don't know. Can you?
I just let you know you survive. I think I could.
Yo, Zach's crazy.
To survive?
I'm not surprised
Apocalypse?
Zach would try to eat
Fucking
somebody.
I'm like,
Dahmer ass.
I'm a drifter, like through the world, like trying to survive. Like, absolutely, if I have to.
Just surviving off Oregon. Sounds like you're a wild
Like a
man.
Mad
Not
Max.
by choice. Not by choice. You just told me the Donner Party had to do it or caught in the snow, dude. Like, this is Mad Max. Like,
Can't
who
find
knows?
some type of small game, some type of
Dude,
small
your
animal.
stomach is turning. You haven't eaten 4 or 5 days, dude. 6 days. Like, you're on the brink of death.
I don't got no trees around.
So
me. I
you
can't
off
eat
this
no-
person yourself and eat?
Jacob, I'm telling you, this is
Yeah,
last
you
resort.
got to. I think Terrence. I can't just come across a random deceased fucking.
No, yeah, no, because that's
disease-ridden
bad for you.
dead
That's
body.
gonna be like rotted.
So think about
Flesh.
this
That's
now.
bad. for
You're
you.
now murdering someone to eat. Like that's even.
Yeah, you have to
more
find
violent.
someone that's like on their way out
Dying.
dying, and you have to put them out of their misery and then eat them. That's what you have to do. This.
That's even worse. So now you're eating sick meat.
Well, if you eat sick meat, it defeats the purpose. You die. So it's like I might as well just
Exactly.
saved the guy's sick body and just died.
So,
So you're gonna give in and die? That's crazy. I'm a survivalist, dude.
I'm finding
I survive.
something
I,
other than human.
I
finding
will.
something. I'm eating
I will
these, dude,
replenish
like-
this earth. Then I'll leave it to me. Then I'll replenish this earth. I
It
will
doesn't
survive.
sound
and
like it. It sounds
repopulate.
like you're taking numbers away. Like,
Zach said he's
You gotta,
eating-
you
Every
gotta
time your
take,
stomach hurts,
you gotta
you go
take
get your
to give.
machete.
You gotta. I'm like
every
Robin
time
Hood.
your
You gotta
stomach
take to
growls,
give.
every time your stomach grows, we're one less person in the world. So how do you?
No,
how
that's
are you
not what the
adding to
scenario
it?
was. That's
Does
not
it
what the
hurt?
scenario was
Like,
at all.
I'm hungry. Zach comes back with a fucking
No,
rib.
no,
Just
no.
somebody's
That's
rib
not what
cage.
this was at all.
fucking
not what this was
arm,
at all.
Leg.
This dude just like, hey man, we got some thigh.
No, that's
Well,
not
what does it
this
do to
was.
you?
This
What-
was last
it-
resort. Would
What
you
is
do
it?
it?
What is the thing
To
that
save
happens
yourself?
to you when you eat human
my
meat?
honest
What
man.
is it?
You
what is
like it,
Now
and then you
forever.
have to eat more, like a vampire. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
What is it? No, it's
Never
like,
get blackout drunk with Zach.
like your.
No,
yourself.
dude.
What is it? Like your teeth start chattering
This
or
is a
something?
very interesting conversation to have with my Hannibal Lecter pop right here.
Exactly.
It's
You
super
talked about how
interesting.
much you love the movie, and it's like,
No, there is a. What does your body do though when you eat when you eat human meat? Your body like does something that makes it like a giveaway. No,
It
what
rejects
was
it?
it? Who's seen the Book of Eli?
I don't know. You're
Denzel.
trying to Edward.
oh, I have seen that,
from
but I don't remember.
Twilight.
Okay, remember they go to the old people's house. He comes across that old folks where they end up having like that crazy shootout. But he finds out they eat people because like the lady or the husband when she was I think you shake. I think your body start like you get shakes is what it is because she's like bringing them tea or something, and he sees you can see it in their teeth like your teeth will get all fucked or whatever. And then she's like shaking and he starts looking around. He's like, and he looks in the backyard and there's like all those graves and he's like, they're gonna fucking eat me here, dude.
That's gnarly.
Well, I guess he doesn't look because spoiler
Yeah.
alert. But you know what I mean. I think he
Spoiler
comes
alert for a movie hella old.
He's like 10
I'm
years
like,
old. But I think he comes across like the graves or something in the backyard. But I think that's what it is. So Zach, anyways, we'd come across Zach and he'd be like, "Hey guys, how the fuck's it going?" All fucking full of.
Yeah, exactly. You
Shut the
want to
fuck
take a
up.
shot? Next thing you know, you just passed out.
Zach trying to pour something and be like,
You wake up, Zach's just roasting you over a fucking fire, dude.
God, "My leg hurts.
Apple in
Oh
the
my
mouth.
god, my leg's gone."
You wake up like, man, why is it so hot? Zach's like, don't worry about it. It's almost over.
Zach's
Just
like,
rotating you over the
Don't
fire.
worry about it. Hopping in this big bowl of boiling water for me real quick.
Oh, that's funny. That's like the Big Bad Wolf stories.
go ahead and rub yourself.
It's
with
like
these
cutting
seasons
carrots
before you
into
hop
it.
in.
Why are you throwing carrots into that Jake or Zach?
Why are
Never
you
trust Zach.
seasoning my face when I sleep? Like, don't worry about it. Dude. Just-
That's jokes.
Oh man.
Ah,
Damn.
I-
How did we
I
get
didn't
down
get-
this road?
I don't know,
Jake
but-
wanted to talk because Jake wanted to do Christmas transitions today. Cool.
Clearly, we're still in
Okay, cool.
Halloween. But as always, though, happy holidays to everyone and for whatever you like.
I never did Vixen. Fuck.
So,
Oh, wait, we can't get out of here because we still need to let the world know about fantastic deals.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Real swift like holiday season's not over yet. You can get those last second gifts. Go to 5starvintage.com. Go there and type in promo code other team, all one word, 15% off your next order. A fantastic place for awesome gifts, cool stuff. Get one for yourself. Buy yourself to give. Who cares? It's the holiday season. Write that it was from Santa. Never too late to get yourself something.
Buy somebody on the other team a gift. Send it here.
I'm saying.
Not opposed.
One DM away and you can send it to one of us. 5starvintage.com. All your best cool
Cash App.
vintage retro needs.
Get some stuff. Get yourself looking good like a vixen for your significant other. Ding! Hit them all, brother.
Got them all. That's good. Good job. Good job, buddy.
Yep. With that being said, Mitchell Trubisky, good job, man. Bears still fucking suck.
Zach is falling. I know we're not doing football
That's
today, but Zach is back into the. He's feeling promising about playoffs again.
Yeah, I was gonna get us all in. It's still good job, Zach. Your team might make the playoffs. They still fucking suck.
Hell yeah.
Let's get it. Trevor Lawrence coming to Jacksonville. Dude, Stafford got the best solo game in the world. Patrick Mahomes, stop copying number 9.
True.
And as always, fuck the Bears. Mitch still sucks. Mamba forever. We're out of here.